host of their night show, actually follows my program, Writer's Block, at 5 o'clock Eastern, Monday to Thursday. Nick's on there directly afterwards, and he's also a gambling guru, so we'll get his perspective. We've got Bum of the Week coming about an hour and a half from now when we close out the show. 5 things an hour from now, and very soon, maybe 15 minutes, a very special version of Trace's case in which we hold trial for a severe man code violation. We'll even let you weigh in at 855-212-4CBS on that or anything. We'd love to hear from you. Again, my Twitter handle, if you'd like to have your perspective be heard there, at Sports Writer, Sports REITER, or you can call in at any time at 855-212-4CBS. But before Trace's case, it's going to be Trace and his voice leading us through another edition of Buy or Sell.
What side will Bill take on the biggest issues in the world of sports? It's time for today's edition of Buy or Sell on Writer Than You.
What up, Trace?
Hey, what's going on, Bill?
Happy Friday, pal.
Happy Monday. Thank you.
Yeah, it's your Monday, right?
It is.
To quote Office Space, somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
That would be me.
Yeah. Good talk. Well, what's going on?
I'm just, I'm very cautious because, I have a feeling there's going to be a world of hurt coming towards my way, so I'm just bracing myself now.
That's interesting.
All right, so we'll get started here. Number 1, going into this week's NFL action, there are 3 teams who have failed to win a game so far. There are the Texans, Stu's Raiders, and the Cardinals.
I'm sorry, who's I missed that second one.
Stu, our beloved producer, Stu. His Raiders are winless.
Like, wow, haven't won a game?
Have not won a game.
Who's their coach?
Gruden.
What do they pay? They pay him a lot of money?
I heard it's a lot of money.
Wow.
Oh, guaranteed, too?
Ooh, you can't get out of that deal.
No, oh no.
Oh, no,
Heavy
0-3, huh?
tag.
Oh, 0-3. Okay, got it.
On Sunday, the Texans visit the Colts. Those beloved Raiders host the Browns, and the Cardinals host the Seahawks. So buy or sell the Raiders, Cardinals, or Texans winning their first game this week.
All right, so I've got, man, I don't think the Cardinals are going to beat Seattle. I believe in a big way in Baker Mayfield. And the Texans are on the road against the Colts?
Sell.
That's a really good question. So basically, part of what you're asking me, in part was, it was Stu's Raiders?
Stu.
Our Stu.
Our Stu.
Who loves the Raiders.
Executive producer, Stu Kovacs.
The guy we're looking at right here.
Looking right at him.
Will Stu's Raiders, having given John Gruden $100 million in guaranteed money to make decisions like trading Khalil Mack to the Bears, start the season 0-4?
Correct.
I think they will.
Good thing they're paying all the big bucks to win the games,
That's right, bro. I mean, hey. Hi, Stu.
Oh, hi, Bill. How are you?
Good, buddy.
Another day and another rumor in the Jimmy Butler saga. According to Fox 26 in Houston, the Rockets are, quote, making a strong effort, unquote, to land Butler in a trade. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski said the deal would be a challenge, but not impossible. So buy or sell trading for Jimmy Butler, propelling the Rockets over the Warriors.
Oh, wow. We're going to jump right to that.
Jump on the shark.
Jimmy Butler is a Rocket. The buy or sell, the Rockets beat the Warriors.
Propelling the Rockets over the Warriors.
Over the Warriors.
Over the Warriors.
Over the Warriors.
Sell.
It's a tough one. I'm not going to lie. Although DeMarcus Cousins, is just waiting in the wings. That was a hard one. Probably as hard as Stu watching Raiders games. That was tough.
At the moment, the Chargers are the biggest favorites in the NFL on Sunday as they are favored over the 49ers at home by 10.5 points. Both teams are 1-2 on the season, but the 49ers are, of course, at the services of Jimmy Garoppolo going forward. So buy or sell the Chargers winning by at least 11 points over the 49ers on Sunday.
It's funny. I'm avoiding that game and that line like the plague because it is so many points. But if I had to make a bet in terms of will the Chargers cover,
Buy.
and again, I'm not going to actually bet money on it because I hate the line, but I think there's a chance you'll see a combination of a very dispirited Niners team, given what happened to Jimmy G, meet a Chargers team that doesn't even remotely look past these guys because they can't go 1-3.
Arizona State is taking a page out of Miami's book in how they celebrated the turnovers forced in defense. famously created the turnover last year. Well, this year, Arizona State debuted the turnover curl bar against Washington last week. Well, since then, head coach Herm Edwards and defensive coordinator Danny Gonzalez shut down that idea, so it will not be returning to the Sun Devil sideline. So by itself, Herm Edwards and his coordinated decision, getting rid of the turnover curl bar being the right move.
And to our wonderful listeners who don't know what the turnover curl bar is, can you give them a brief, 10-second description?
Sure. So you just go to the weight room. There's those curl bars you have just laying on the racks. Well, Arizona State thought it'd be a good idea to get one of those, bring it on the sideline, and usually, would you say lifting weights is a punishment for almost non-athletes? So they would reward, quote unquote, their player who forced a turnover by making him lift.
This is a good idea. I'll
Buy.
I'll say this, though. I'll add this in. Buy or sell that I was right on Herm Edwards.
Sell.
Herm's been really good. His team has responded accordingly. So far, I was wrong. I'm able to admit that.
And at least you still have the turnover chainsaw at Oregon State. So not all the good turnover props are put to bed yet.
Buy or sell the turnover spanking machine going away at Minnesota University. Oh, goodness.
With the Cavs losing LeBron James this offseason.
Remember the spanking machine when you were younger? Looking back, isn't that weird? You guys ever had that?
What was that?
The spanking machine.
No, that was just...
Do you know what I'm talking about, Stu?
I have no idea what you're
Oh, no,
talking
it's a real
about.
thing. Okay, let's just move. Like a bunch of kids would line up and you'd have to crawl underneath they used to do it in first and second grade. And then you get spanked by all these kids. It's looking back, it's like, what is wrong with the universe?
Sell.
It's my childhood. Yeah, all right, let's just move on.
Yeah, after that, we'll move past.
What did you think? Wait, you're both like, ha, spanking machine. What did you think the spanking machine was?
I thought it was like a real machine, where you sit there and just hits you. I'm like, well, no, it was a paddle or something. Like a machine. You said a machine. I thought an automated device.
Okay, I'm going to do this for the trays. Just the tray.
Sell.
You probably thought the same thing.
What did you think the spanking machine was, Stu?
I had no idea. I didn't think anything of it.
Stu.
Sell.
Writer bringing up spanking machine on a sports show.
Sell.
Moving on.
Moving on. With the Cavs losing LeBron James this offseason, it's clearly obvious that the team will take a step back after making it to 4 straight NBA Finals. Well, Cavs center Tristan Thompson showed his confidence in the team, not skipping a beat this year when he said this.
We're still 4-time Eastern Conference champions. So until you take us down from that, teams ain't got much to say. Boston, Philly, they ain't got much to say. Boston had home court game 7, lost. Philly, you guys almost got swept. Toronto, we already know that story. So until someone takes us down, there's not much they can really say.
So after hearing that, buy or sell the Cavs reaching the playoffs this year?
I mean, if they reach the playoffs, they'll reach the playoffs as an 8 seed because the Bucks, the Pacers, the Raptors, the Celtics, the Sixers, and the Wizards are going to get in. So you're talking a team like the Magic or the Heat's out there.
Sell.
I think they fall off a cliff.
One of the more intriguing matchups of the weekend in the NFL is between a surprise undefeated team and one of the league's best teams over the past 2 decades. The 3-0 Dolphins are on the road against the Patriots, who are 6.5-point favorites despite their 1-2 record. So buy or sell the Dolphins beating the Patriots this weekend?
Sell.
I think Robert Mays was very astute in his observation. It'll be closer than these games usually are, but the Patriots will still win at home in Foxborough, needing to avoid starting 1-3.
Earlier today, Bovada released odds as to where Pelicans big man Anthony Davis will start the 2019-2020 NBA season. The Lakers are favorites at -190, the Celtics are second at +250, the Pelicans third at +300, and the Warriors fourth at +750. So buy or sell Anthony Davis being on a team other than the Pelicans at the start of next season.
Wow, that's a great... The Lakers are the favorites for him to start in a year? He just signed with Rich Paul. Rich Paul's LeBron's agent. Rich Paul spends a lot of time in the owner's club, which is not what it's called. I'm blanking on what it's called, in Staples Center. That he will be a member of the Pelicans starting next year. Orleans, by the way, I don't even know if we're on the air in New Orleans. I don't think we are, but we're on nearby. I just mean it. Have you guys been to New Orleans? It's one of the greatest cities in the world. It's an amazing city, and one of the really unfortunate things about the NBA is that they have had two of the best 10 players in the league over the course of the last 15 years, right? During their time with Chris Paul, top 10 player every year. Anthony Davis, top 10 player every year, and they can't retain these guys, and it's such a shame, and it's so unfair. And New Orleans is such a uniquely cool place, just a cool place, a special vibe. It's so unique. I wish the answer were different, but no, I don't think he'll be there.
And lastly, after the Browns ran their own version of the Philly special last Thursday's win over the Jets, many were skeptical that they stole it from the Eagles. Hugh Jackson was adamant after the game that they did not steal the play. Well, offensive coordinator Todd Haley had other things to say.
2-point conversion, something you took from Philly, or do you have that for years?
Absolutely, I have no shame. If plays look good, like I said, I have no shame. If something looks good, I think the way that it actually went is I was down in our coach's locker room, and we have a TV in there, and they were replaying the Super Bowl, and I knew it was coming up on that part, and Kenny kind of runs our 2-point plays, comes up with the ideas, builds the library. That's why he's always searching for plays around the league, and I waited to see the play run on the TV in the locker room, and I went up immediately, and I'm like, hey, we need to start working on that Philly special. So it's that's the whole league, though.
So buy or sell, Todd Haley admission is being a bad look for Hugh Jackson.
Very bad.
Buy.
What are you doing, Hugh? And Haley loves it. He loves undermining Hugh. Little knife in the back, trying to take the throne for himself. And I'm just telling the truth, too. Right? Just telling the truth. What people should do. They should tell the truth, Trace. When they say something, it should be legit. When they say, I'm really sad you guys didn't invite me out for beers, and the guys are like, we can go out for beers, when do you want to go? And the staff person's like, next Thursday. And then we move things around, that guy should show up. And that guy is you, Ryan Hickey, and we're going to put you on trial in a moment on Righter Than You with me, Bill Ryder. Man code violation meets Trace's case, and the Trace will be presented with evidence, have his chance to defend himself when we return next on CBS Sports Radio.
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. I'm as happy as a clam.
Disclaimer. Geico cannot guarantee you will be, quote, as happy as a clam, unquote. The Geico legal team cannot accurately verify clams even experience the complex human emotional state known as happiness. As an invertebrate mollusk living half submerged on the ocean floor with no arms, legs, or wireless access, what's there to be happy about? A clam's all like, oh, I'm so happy I didn't get turned into New England clam chowder today, pronounced regionally as chowder. Chowder. Oh, that's so fun to say. What were we talking about again?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
All right, we got a brand new wheat sub here. One grain bread. Do I hear any takers? 1 grain bread. All right, what about 2 grain bread? Let me get a taker for 2 grain. What about you, Jimmy John's? It's a firm head shake. No from Jimmy John's. How about 3 grain sub bread? 3 is not enough. How about 4 grain? Who wouldn't want 4 grains? Jimmy John's still a no. Let's go 5, 6, 7, 8. Want to make it rain? 8 grain. Jimmy John's still a no. All right, what about 9 grain wheat bread? Yeah, we'll take it. That's Jimmy John's.
It's time now for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network. This game is brought to you in part by Holmes Pharmacy, Mallory Insurance, Remax agent Joel Upchurch, Wellstar West Georgia Medical, Emory Southern Orthopedics, and Kia of LaGrange. Now live to the field for Troup Tigers football.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Troup High School Tiger football. I'm Jack Borman. I'm joined by Greg Hicks. And yes, it's late. We were supposed to have already started this ball game, but right now the teams are on the field getting warmed up, and we're starting late due to a lightning delay. But we're still going to have football as the Troup High School Tigers are taking on the Patriots of Sandy Creek. We're here in Tyrone, Georgia, getting ready for this one, and very kind of truncated warm-up, Greg. The teams have been warming up just really quickly, going just the very basics. They're fixing to hit the breakthrough, and we're going to start football.
Absolutely. You know, we I believe that we're going to go ahead and start halfway through the second quarter as well, right? I'm just joking, fans. Don't take me seriously. It's just a delay. We have a lightning delay. There's been a tremendous thunderstorm, rainstorm moving from southwest Noonan, Kelly County.
Rain really didn't get us, just
the
lightning.
Just the lightning. And each time we had to delay it 30 more minutes. But what a crowd here that piled in all at once because they had sent everybody back to their vehicles.
Into their cars, exactly.
And so now, Sandy Creek's probably 60, 70% full bleachers. And over on the visitor side, we're about 50% full. So, and we still have Troup fans that are coming in from the parking lot. So, stands to reason there's going to be a good crowd here tonight.
It's going to be very nice, Greg. Just take a quick look, talk about these two teams. Of course, last time they faced each other was at Callaway Stadium last year. A drubbing the Tigers put on them, 71-16 in that contest. Of course, the previous year was really the year that Glisten Mission began.
That's right.
As the Tigers defeated them 28-20 at homecoming here in Tyrone, Georgia. I think they really got things started. People around the state started noticing the Troup High School program. This season, the last game that Sandy Creek played was against Chapel Hill. The last game Troup played was against Chapel Hill last week, 56-24. For Sandy Creek, they played their last game against Stars Mill. They won that ball game, 55-21. So both teams had a 50 points or more in their last contest. But we're going to get this one kicked off as Sandy Creek looks like they're going to receive to start this one.
And, and the Tigers are averaging 45 points a game, and you may have just covered that. Cartersville averaging 41.8, and Sandy Creek's averaging just almost 41 points a game. So a little bit more balanced in their running attack and passing attack, as the Tigers tend to be a little bit favorable toward the passing game. But you're right, we didn't get a chance to get down on the field to see the coin toss. They're kind of speeding things up.
I think they actually did that off the field.
Okay.
They were kind of getting things started. So actually, it's Troup that's going to receive. They'll be going from right to left on your radio dial if you're looking at your radio dial. But more than likely, you're listening to us out on the web, enjoying us on Eagle 102.3. Of course, we're on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG. Looking forward to this ball game. They'll be kicking from the left hash and moving everything over there right now.
And I'm looking at Coach Glisson. He's calling all his players to the sidelines, and Sandy Creek's heading back over to their sideline. So let's interesting to see what's kind of a little confusing, at least from our standpoint. We don't know what's going on now. So
we're just kind of figuring it out as we go.
Well, that's what we've been doing ever since we got here.
Yeah.
Ever since we got
here.
Let's
take a 60-second break back to the station while we figure things out. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back. There we are. Jack Borman, Greg Hicks live here from Tyrone, Georgia, as we're getting ready to kick this off. Actually, the Tigers will be kicking off this one. Sandy Creek will be receiving. Sandy Creek in their black tops and red pants. Tigers in white tops and gold pants with the gold numbers. Thank goodness for binoculars so we can see who's doing what.
That is true. Helson Martinez tees it up on the 40-yard line, and we're just a second away from kickoff.
Crowds on both sides on their feet, ready to kick this one off. Helson steps up and hits the kickoff. Be taken back around the 10-yard line, brought up down to the 15, 20, cuts back to the middle of the field, hit, rolled around, brought down to 26, and that's where Sandy Creek will have it, 1st and 10.
Montavious Hall actually on the tackle, on good coverage by the Tigers. A good hang time by Helson Martinez as he gets the ball down to about the 12-yard line. The receiver catches it, kind of drifts back inside the 10, and just casually runs it up to the 27-yard line is where the Patriots will have the ball to start this game.
Tigers getting ready for Sandy Creek to come up. See, with this defense going to have their hands full. This is a team that's put a lot of points on the board all season long, Greg.
That's right. As as I mentioned earlier, Sandy Creek's averaging almost 41 points a game. So they're no slack when it comes to scoring points. They know how to put the points on the board.
They'll break the huddle. Their quarterback is Jamal Lewis, number 8. He both runs and throws. He'll start with the shotgun set. Take the snap, back up to pass on first down. Looking, airs it out, down the field. He's got a man open. Going to catch it at the 45, knocked out of bounds at about the 40 on the other side of the 50. So Sandy Creek hitting first with a big pass play.
You can see they had scouted the Tigers real well. They had Alonzo Ogletree on the outside corner here on the Troup sidelines, and the wideout just kind of nonchalantly jogged down about 8 yards, did a hard cut to the inside, and then he turned around and went back outside with Bob. And Ogletree, he had man-on-man, and got lost on the inside, and so they picked up about 25 yards all the way to the Troup Tigers' 44-yard line. And there's a flag on the field. They're going to give a sideline warnings already to the Sandy Creek Patriots.
Very early in the ball game. They just got out of here, guys. Come on.
And I'm reminiscent of the Troup Callaway game a while back. Maybe we won't see as many flags tonight.
I don't think we could. Wow, quads to this near side, stacked quads. They try to draw us off. They're going to throw a quick out to the side. And wow, do we read it well.
Job.
Tremendous job out there on the outside by the Tigers.
Talking a little smack. Alonzo Ogletree's coming up shaking his head, telling him, you're not going to get me this time. Nice job for really a 2-yard loss as Ogletree breaks through that quad receivers, as you said, and it was actually going to be a full blown-out wide receiver screen.
Yep.
And Ogletree just blew that up for a 2-yard loss, so it'll be second down and 12 for Sandy Creek.
One man wide this way, twins to the far side, wing on the right side. The quarterback calls for it. Long snap count. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw again. Same route as the first one. It's going to be batted away at the last minute.
They're picking on Alonzo Ogletree early tonight. The same wideout had a little wheel route going, and he kind of got behind Alonzo, and he really was pushing off on Ogletree,
yep.
Jack. And by the time when he turned his head, the same wide receiver that caught that earlier on Ogletree, number 11, and Ogletree turned his head back and slapped the ball away. So great defensive coverage by Alonzo.
If I'm not mistaken, he's got 3 interceptions on the season. And 1 pick 6.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm going to be picking on him.
Well, maybe
now, there's a height differential. That receiver's taller than him.
There's that. So it's third down and 12 for Sandy Creek.
That quad set is on the far side. They're stacked 2-2. Quarterback backs up to pass, looking, got some pressure.
Oh, yes!
He's sacked back across the 50 at about the 46.
Devin Hill comes in and just beats the left tackle all the way around. The quarterback does not see him coming, steps back into the pocket, and Hill just sacks him for about another 8-yard loss. It'll be all the way back to the Sandy Creek 47-yard line, which is where they'll punt, because it'll bring up fourth down and about 19 for Sandy Creek.
What a great way to start things off for the Tiger defense. Just one play got them a little bit. Now they'll be punting the ball.
Jamari Thrash will be sitting back on the 11-yard line.
High snap. He gets it off. Thrash is going to back away from it. It's going to hit and take a Sandy Creek sideway bounce at the 19-yard line. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Greg Hicks live here. Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bourne, Greg Hicks live here from Tyrone, Georgia. On first down, the Tigers going to roll to the right side, a little sweep. Pick up about a yard on that one, 2nd and 9. Hudson will stand the shotgun set. He'll call for it. Turns, going to hand the ball off. Actually fake the handoff. And then go back up the middle of the field. Again, not a lot there. Sandy Creek with a very stiff defensive front.
He just simply faked the handoff to Trey Williams that time and followed J. Brody Messer, who is starting center tonight. We've got Colby Harry, the normal starting center, is out with a little tweak in his back, so he's taking the night off. Stephen Messer is also starting at right guard.
They call for it. Handoff, we're going to run this near side. And just a steady down of running the ball, and that's going to bring up a 4th down now for the Tigers as we don't get the first down.
So Trey Williams, Trey Williams follows. Ow, that's loud. Follows his blockers around to the right side on the Troup sidelines and picks up about 4. It'll be fourth down and 3, a long 3. Some people call it 4. And the punting team's hustling on. We may be short 1.
A punter would be good.
So actually, they're going to bring in Kobe Hudson to punt. So you never know. Watch out. It could be a fake. You never know. Looks like the Tigers are going to call a time. Somebody's going to call a timeout.
Or a sideline warning or something. We'll see.
Illegal substitution from Sandy Creek.
Okay. Or actually, that could give us a first down.
That's a first down for the Tigers.
You're exactly right, Greg.
Hey!
So thank you very much for the gift, Sandy Creek.
And, and I promise you, when we talked to Coach Glisson, that will have been planned on. He said, hey, we saw something in the film, and we took advantage of it. So that'll be a first down for the Tigers all the way out to the 31-yard line.
So that's a unique way to get it, but we got it.
I'm sorry if I'm making noises. My microphone is actually shocking me in my chin area, in my chin area. Now, I got many chins right now. If I keep gaining weight, I'll have a 4th chin pretty soon.
All right, let's see. We've got the officials checking out things, making sure we got the sideline. I think the coach on the far side is not happy about the substitution call a minute ago. But right now, they're in almost a prevent defense, Greg. They've got everybody back. Tigers showing trips to the left side and wide to this near side. Hudson back to pass. Throws the intermediate route to the middle. It's a 35-40. Down the sideline, up near the 48-yard line before knocked out of bounds.
And that'll be Trey Williams coming out of the backfield where he just simply takes the fake handoff, goes up to the left side of the line, and as you said, only 4 men in the box for Sandy Creek, so the linebackers were 8 or 9 yards back, and Trey Williams was able to get out in the flats and pick up another first down.
Cubby going to keep it and follow his lineman and his tailback actually up into the line, gets across the 50 to the 49 on the other side.
Get about a 3-yard. You're right. He just kept it in Trey Williams' gut for the longest and finally decided, okay, I'm going to pull it. So it was so long of a decision, Jack. Either one of them would have only gained about 3 yards.
So second down, and we'll call it 7. Hudson gets ready for it, calls for it. Going to run a little sweep. He actually steps inside, goes back to the left side, finds yardage at the 40. 35, out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
He stiff-arms a guy at the 40-yard line, Jack. After he had picked up 9 yards in the first down, he stiff-armed a guy and just put him on the mat. And on the turf, actually, I'm thinking wrestling. And so all the way down to the 30-yard line, so the Tigers on the move in a hurry-up offense.
Hudson will wait for it. He's got twins to this near side. Waiting for the officials to call the play to play. Now he's ready. And we're going to jump off sides.
Rare mistake by the Tigers. Hudson's looking over to the sidelines, and Joko Willis, of all people, as you're wide out on the left side, over by the Sandy Creek side, and he and the slot back both jumped at the same time. So I say the slot back. I believe it was Luke Purnell, the tight end, had taken a step back into the backfield. As you got to have a certain number of men on the line of scrimmage, he stepped back, and both of them moved at the same time.
Back up to the line of scrimmage come the Tigers. Twins up this near side. Thrashes the wide man. Hudson looks at the wing to the left, wide to the left. Handoff to Williams going around the left side. He'll go out of bounds at about the 30.
He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be second down and 10. And he just takes the handoff and sweeps over there to the left side behind big Gabe Hubbard. And Joko Willis.
Terrible spot.
Was on the what it looks like from your and I vantage point. He went out on the 30. They're going to pull him out on the 31-yard line, so pick up a 4. Really, only a pickup of 3. Second down and 12.
Trips to this near side. 3 receivers. Hudson tries to draw him off. Looks back. He's got Carlisle in the backfield with him this time. There's the snap. Going to roll out to this near side. A lot of pressure. Almost slips down. Looks. Slings it across the middle of the field. Caught at the 30 and then brought down at the 28.
We'll pick up 3 yards, but wow, he had a lot of pressure on him. I thought we had an illegal procedure on one of the offensive linemen. Looked like he had moved too quick, but no flags. But Kobe was running for his life all the way back to the 50-yard line, Jack. He turns and throws it 22 yards on a strike to Joko Willis. Picks up 3. It'll be third down and 10 for the Tigers.
The hard-fought 3 yards. Hudson back to pass again, looking, goes across. And he tripped up. The receiver's tripped up there towards the end zone. No flag.
he had a crossing pattern between Jarrell Smith and Joko Willis right in the middle of the field between the hash marks, and two Sandy Creek receivers, or defenders, actually ran into each other, but it was really in a lot of traffic that Hudson forced that ball in. Unlike Hudson to do that, so it'll bring up 4th down and 10 as the ball's on the 29-yard line, a little out of punting range and a little bit out of field goal range for Martinez.
We'll be going for it. Hudson, back to pass. They're bringing the stunt. He's going to throw it down to the end zone. It's up for grabs, and it's going to be caught by Sandy Creek. So that's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20, but it's 4th down anyway.
Well, had he now, that's actually a better play. Okay, because if he got it intercepted in the end zone,
ball's up to 28.
The ball's up to 28, 29-yard line. So really, Sandy Creek fans are having fun with it.
We got 8 yards.
Absolutely. by sheer intercepting the ball in the end zone, the Tigers benefited an 8-yard transfer of possession that way. Otherwise, the ball would have been out at the 28, 29-yard line. As it stands now, Sandy Creek takes over on their second possession on the 20-yard line. So, hey, Jack, if you guys fans, if you've joined us late, we had a 45-minute lightning delay. We're still in the first quarter, 7 minutes and 16 seconds remaining, no score.
It's going to be a loud night, folks. The band's right here in front of us. We got the band on the far side fired up, too. And here comes Sandy Creek. They try to draw us offside. And the quarterback's going back to pass. He got some pressure. Throws quickly across the middle. Falls incomplete. 2nd down.
He was under a lot of pressure from Monte Hall and McKing Makuta, and he threw the ball. Really would have been only about a 2-yard gain. He threw it at the guy's feet, and he caught it, but he kind of, because he was falling down to the field, he kind of flipped it out of his hands for an incomplete pass. And Sandy Creek is going with a no huddle, but they're not really in a hurry up offense, if you will. The Tigers go with a no huddle, and they're trying to hurry things up.
Twins to this near side. Quarterback Lewis puts the man in motion back to the far side. He's backing up to pass again. There's the pressure, and there he goes down. Down big time at the 12-yard line.
Number 24, King Makuta, is telling the fans, be quiet now, just be quiet. He was in there again, and that's going to be a 7-yard loss, Jack. Actually, an 8-yard loss back to the 12-yard line as the ball was spotted on the 20-yard line. So defense is really showing up these first two series. Should bring up 3rd down and about 18 for Sandy Creek.
Keep driving it back. Let's get a safety out of it. I'll be fine with that.
As I said, the ball's resting on Sandy Creek's 11-yard line, 3rd down.
Still in the shotgun set. Quarterback calls for it. He's going to hand the ball off, going around the right side. And we're going to tackle him as he gets up to the 25-yard line, short of the 1st down.
He's going to pick up about 17 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. So they actually 4th down and 4. They had gone to the run, and as you mentioned in a very short pregame, Sandy Creek is more balanced at the run than the Tigers, and they were able to pick up about 17 or 18 yards there. So they will be punting. Their punter standing on the 14-yard line.
Yep. High snap the first time. Very dangerous. It's not raining, but conditions are still wet.
Troup High has nobody back to receive the punt. So they're looking just to see what's happening. They're just going to let the ball hit and roll.
It hits and takes a Sandy Creek bounce to the 30, 25. Wow. I wish my golf shots would do that all the way down to the 20-yard line. No score in this one. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tigers back on offense. Kobe fakes it and
he's wide open.
Field. Overthrows his intended receiver, and who is wide open, as Greg mentioned.
I'm sorry.
That's right, you're good.
No, I got carried away. I apologize, fans. For some reason, I was in la-la land thinking we were still off the air. My bad. And I got excited as Jarrell Smith was on a go route right down the numbers, and then he was complaining that he was being held up, or at least impeded his progress by the cornerback. He couldn't get out and make the reception, but he had gotten behind the corner, but Hudson overthrew him by 5 yards.
Handoff is the line. Sandy Creek very stiff on that front line. We're going to get across the 25. About a 5-yard gain brings us third down.
Actually, they're going to pick up third down and 5 for the Tigers. From my angle, Jack, I thought the original line of scrimmage was down on about the 18, but as it stands, the ball's going to be spotted on the 25-yard line. They've got to get to the 30 for a first down.
Stack twins to this near side. Hudson will call for it. Turn, handoff again. Back to the left side. And just short of the first down. Looks like he had a shot at it, but they got him right as he turned the corner.
He sure did. He handed the ball off to Williams. Williams goes out right tackle behind Gabe Hubbard, and Joko Willis is out there as a wideout. And the Tigers showing no reason to punt the football. It's 4th down and 1. Their ball's on the 29. They've got to get to the 30. They may try to see if Sandy Creek will take that bite and jump off sides.
Nope. We're going to go for it. Handoff in the line. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Drive it across. First down, Tigers.
Well, and second effort right there. And Sandy Creek did really have a good surge. But J. Brody Messer and Stephen Messer, along with Michael Irvin and Gabe Hubbard, provided the push to get them across the 30 to about the 30 and a half, Jack. But that'll be a first down for your Tigers. No score as we're still in the first quarter with 4:28 left in the first quarter.
They are definitely defending the pass as they only have 3 down linemen right now. And there's a handoff. Actually, to fake the handoff, swing it out. It's going to fall incomplete and go out of bounds.
Well, they actually go out of bounds, but it was a forward pass, and then Thrash was out here blocking the corner. Then when he let it go, the whistle blew. By the time Thrash pulled away from blocking the guy, the kid picked it up and was trotting to the end zone. But
Greg, what I think that the Tigers offensively are trying to do, if they're going to back up 7 guys back there, let's run the ball. Let's give them a steady diet of trying to pick up 5 and 6 yards up the field.
And I think probably they're running. We're averaging running the ball 3 times every 2 plays.
There's another handoff. And Sandy Creek reads it out well to bring up third down and 9.
Excuse me, I have my math wrong. I was doing reverse division. New math.
Reverse division.
Seems like we were 60% of the time we're probably running the football. Is that what it is? Third down and 11 for the Tigers. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score. As I believe both teams are still trying to find their rhythm, if you will.
Well, things are a little bit wet as the conditions as well. 3 wide receivers to this near side. Hudson back up, straight up the pass. Comes back to this near side looking. He's got a man, but he catches it out of bounds. Great effort.
He had Thrash on the sidelines wide open. Thrash had to lay out for it. It would have been, from our vantage point, it would have been real close because we can't see the sidelines because of the players, but it slipped through Thrash's hands, and so the Tigers actually have a player down. And I can't, with him on his back like this, can't tell if it's an offensive lineman or what.
Tell you what, let's step away. He's going to get up. Never mind, we'll keep it here because he just got right back up.
Looks like it's
Bass. That's not Bass.
And he's limping again. He's had some ankle problems over the first couple of games, the last 2 or 3 games, and he played last week against Chapel Hill, but he's limping really noticeably as he comes off the field. So.
Both of those ankles are taped up pretty tight too, Greg.
Yeah, you're right, but I know he's got a heart for playing. He does not want to come out of this game.
So the Tigers will have to punt the ball away. Kobe set to punt the ball. He'll take the snap, step up, get the kickoff, and a good punt. Hits down at about the 45. Oh, wow.
Actually, it's a Sandy Creek player.
Well, I guess they say hit a Troup player because nobody's reacting to it. So they'll have the ball at the 49. So on our side of the 49.
I need to, if I get out on the sidelines, I'm going to find out why Mark Anthony Dixon is not punting. And we've also not seen his number on the field tonight. So there's a possibility that Mark Anthony is on the short injured list. So we need to find out what's going on with that because Kobe is not, you can tell by that punt, it was a decent punt, but it wasn't somebody that's been punting all year.
Well, we haven't had to punt a whole lot all season long. So now here comes Sandy Creek. No score in this contest. Handoff into the line. Actually, the handoff doesn't go anywhere. In fact, he might lose a yard. They're going to mark him at the 50, so he'll lose about half a yard on that one.
I'll tell you what, Jatavian Smith, the first guy from his linebacker position to just fall in there and knock the guy off his feet. Coming in to help him was Andy Boykin, along with Khalif Thornton. They're going to go with his no gain. It'll be second down and 10. as the ball is just over the midfield stripe. You know, it kind of puts you, we had a 45-minute lightning delay. It really didn't rain, but it does throw your rhythm off when you get prepared to start the football game.
Quarterback takes the ball, looking downfield. He's going to pass it. He's got a man open, but he overthrows him.
And as you get no argument out of the Sandy Creek sidelines or fan base, he had just gotten behind, I want to say, let's see, it was Ogletree, as Ogletree had swapped sides. Let me make sure that is Ogletree. It is. He had swapped over there. No, actually, that's Mandarius Dick. But the quarterback had actually overthrown his wideout by 8 yards or so.
Yep.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 from midfield stripe as Sandy Creek has got to get down to the Tigers' 39-yard line.
Quarterback waits for it, takes the snap, back to pass. He's got a rush in front of him. Throws it out to the corner. Their man is going to outrun ours, and they make a great catch over the far side.
That was actually a great throw as well as he came back against Dick. Mandarius Dix over there under the coverage and just couldn't quite keep up with him. He got behind Dix and caught the ball on about they're going to mark him out. It looks like it's a 15-yard line, dead on the 15. So that'll bring up in the red zone for Sandy Creek with 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score still, but I think this is as far as any team has gotten in the red zone so far.
Sandy Creek hands the ball off again, going around the left side. Second effort gets them inside the 15.
Good job by Andy Boykin as he actually had a hand on that big tailback in the backfield, and he grabbed his jersey jack, but just couldn't hang on with that right hand of his. He winds up picking up 3 yards down to the 12-yard line. So 2nd down and looks like it's 2nd and 8.
2 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. No score. Sandy Creek knocking on the door. They're moving right to left on the radio down. Ball resting inside the 15. Quarterback takes it. Going to pass the ball. He's going to be he almost was sacked. He can see, gets it away, throws it towards the end zone, falls incomplete.
Wow, he got away, but you got 29, Carlos Cato. He's in there for the Tigers. Actually, that's not Carlos Cato. That's Jace Godwin. Sorry for that, Jace. He was able to bat it down in the last second, but 2 Tigers had him in the backfield, or at least had an opportunity to get him in the backfield. So that'll bring up 3rd down and call it 8 for Sandy Creek. And they're inside the 15 of the Troup Tigers, down to about the 12-yard line.
Trips to this near side. Quarterback will stand alone. Usually he's had a back in the backfield with him. He's got twins to the right side. They're going to jump off sides, so they're not going to call it. They're going to say he wasn't set. Quarterback calls for it. Quickly throws a corner route. Got a man back there. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Sandy Creek. They strike first.
So let's go back to pick on Mandarius Dix as he just simply took the snap in the backfield and threw it to the back corner of the end zone where only his receiver could catch it. And Mandarius Dix is obviously, at this point in time, he's outmanned, outsized where that wideout. I think they got away from Ogletree. They figured, well, Ogletree's doing his job. Let's go pick on Dix. And they've done that 3 times on this particular possession, 2 of which struck for a positive yardage, and that one struck for a touchdown.
The key to a play like that, Greg, is you got to jam that receiver at the line. You can't let him release as easily as he did in that last play.
He's certainly overmatched in a situation like that.
Taking their time with the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 7-0 in favor of Sandy Creek. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, it's Double D, Todd Parrish with Keeler Grange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange. Or view our complete inventory online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Stop number 110917. Priceless tax tag and title. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
7-0 in favor of Sandy Creek right here on Eagle Sports. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Tyrone, Georgia, as Sandy Creek has gone ahead. As we had a rain delay, we're just in the first quarter of play. 1:51 left to go in the first quarter. And we thank you for joining us here on Eagle Sports.
So we'll have Trey Williams along with Jamari Thrash, and they're standing on about the 7-yard line, but we don't know what kind of leg the Sandy Creek kid has. As this is the first, this is the first time we've seen him kick off as the Tigers received it to start the game.
He approaches, he gets the kickoff, nice high kick, going into the end zone with it, and we'll leave it right there.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Jack, but that was a straight-footed. He didn't have a soccer style. He just hit it straight on.
Straight on, yep.
And into the end zone about 2 yards deep. So, wow.
Good old-fashioned Ray Guy straight-on hit.
That's the first time we've seen that in ages. And you and I were talking there right after Sandy Creek has scored their touchdown at the 151 mark. 7-0, Sandy Creek. It's the first time the Tigers, and, of course, we got a minute 51 left in the first quarter, but the Tigers have scored in the first quarter of every game that we've had, and it's the first time in a long time that the Tigers have been trailing
at all. And usually we've scored 2 touchdowns by now in the first quarter, so we've moved the ball pretty well. Greg just have not been able to convert on 3rd down a couple of times, or 4th down. Kobe will take it, turn, hands the ball off, takes the handoff, and he's got some pressure, rolls out, makes the guy miss, looking, throws it way downfield. The receiver standing there waiting on it, takes a catch at the 40. No, he loses it as he went down. Looks like he had the catch at the 43.
Jamari Thrash actually brings and we've got a Sandy Creek player down on about the 7-yard line. He was the one that, when Kobe got away from it, he went down. But Jamari Thrash actually caught the ball, like you said, on about the 43-yard line. But when he fell down, the defender came underneath his feet and cut him, and when he hit the ground, the ball popped out. Now, tell me if I'm mistaken or not, but I don't know if the ground can cause a fumble, but you had a back judge that was 20 yards behind him. He was at least 15 yards over here on the number 30, so he's the one that was calling incomplete. From our vantage point, it's almost like the ground jawed it loose.
He may just not have had a good handle on it. Right now they're taking a look at that player. Let's go ahead and take 60 seconds. 2 spots back to the station as they check on this young man. Sandy Creek leading Troup 7-0 with a minute 42 left to go in the first quarter on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Kobe Hudson back to pass, throws it way downfield, a little bit wobbly. Caught at the 50, and a great move as he does the 45-40. Down the field to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Tigers!
What a great catch by Jamari Thrash as Hudson had to scramble. He was under a lot of pressure. He turns around, finds Thrash at about the 49-yard line of Sandy Creek. Thrash jumps up, takes the ball out of the air, and actually jukes, if you will, shuts 2 defenders and runs it down the sideline with a great block by Terrell Smith as he comes flying across the field to get in the way of the defender and allows Thrash to hit the end zone.
Just really a screen more than a block.
That's all he had to do was get it between him. At 56 seconds and the clock is still running. I don't know why the clock is still running, but the touchdown, the Tigers are waiting a PAT.
There should be an untimed down here. The clock's still running. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 7-0. We're knotted up.
And the clock is still running.
With 34 seconds, 33, and it's still running.
It came at about the 56-second mark. Hopefully some of the coaches have spotted this.
We're down to 26 seconds. Finally stopped there. We're going to keep it here as the Tigers have tied it up. After a great pass. I love the way that Thrash and Hudson seem to know each other. Thrash knew that his quarterback was in trouble, came back. He had gotten down to around the 40, but came back to the 50 to catch that ball, and then made the great move.
And a tight score down at Callaway Stadium. Cavaliers at halftime leading Bremen 21-19. I hear that Bremen is the team to beat this year.
Let's hope Callaway can. 7-7. Again, I'm surprised no one told Coach G, or else he'd be on the field letting them know about 30 seconds running off the clock. But maybe this time he's decided we don't really want to give to him.
I was thinking the same thing, Jack.
Let's not give him any more time.
Yeah. Tigers line up for the kickoff.
Martinez steps up, ball near the left hash, kicked high in the air, taken at the 10-yard line, up to 15, 20, and he reached a wall of Tigers. Finds a way to get through at the 30, 35, got some running room to the 40, finally brought down at about the 38. And did they call the hold, Greg, or did they leave it open?
I didn't see the flag thrown, but we had a Tiger down on about the 24-yard line, was being held and couldn't get to the tackle, and the receiver just ran right by him and just got by a lot of the Tigers because he brought it all the way back out to the 49-yard line. So with 13 seconds left, great field position by Sandy Creek. And I would say that it was a pretty good coverage. It looks like we had some lane collapsing, some lane assignments. Guys got away from the lane assignments to allow the kid from Sandy Creek to get all the way back out to the 49-yard line.
Sandy Creek, who has moved the ball well in this contest. Much more passing than I was expecting in this ball game. Lewis takes it, rolls to his right, pitches it. Pitch man comes up the line of scrimmage, hit at the 40. He made it to 50. Gets across the 50 to the 48.
They're gonna actually give
to the 46
down to the 46. He's gonna pick up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5, and that'll end with the first quarter.
So the Tigers have tied it up against Sandy Creek. We're here, and region play needs this ball game. We're going to the second quarter play. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Tyrone, Georgia. Sandy Creek now has the ball. They flipped it around. They're inside Tiger territory. Ball resting at the 46. They're going to jump off sides. And they'll be 5 yards against them for us.
You know, it's kind of funny, Jack. Number 7, who is in the slot, he's probably about 5'8". He comes out and pushes Makuta, who's about 6'10", it seems like. And Makuta's trying to play acting a little bit. Should get him in theater as he tries to trip himself backwards. Looked like he might have been WWE, if you will.
Back. 7-7 is our score with 11:58 left to go the first half of play. They seem to be discussing whether they're going to move the ball.
It looks like that he had pointed toward the Tigers, so
it was definitely them that jumped offside. In fact, the white hat has already signaled the official. Now they're going to mark it off against the Tigers. Or actually not. They're just going to leave the ball there.
It may have been offsetting penalties, Jack.
Well, in an offsides call, one guy's got to be moved or the other guy's got to move. You can't have both of them. So now they're going to mark it off against Troup. They'll be no. Wait a minute. It's a 15-yard penalty. I don't know what that is. The officials originally indicated that it was a offsides against Sandy Creek. So now Sandy Creek has the ball all the way to the 30-yard line on a play I don't even know what they called. We'll try to get some clarification on that in a minute. Sandy Creek back to pass, looking, got some pressure. He's going to try to run the ball. Tackled at the 36-yard line. Excuse me, 34-yard line. Clock ticks down to 11:46. 7-7 is your score in favor of neither one of them because they're tied up. Tigers keeping a four-man front. Linebackers are dropping out a little bit because Sandy Creek has enjoyed passing the ball so far tonight. But we've got good pressure on him. Slot to the right, twins to the far side. Put a man in motion back to the far side. We'll crossing in the backfield, and we hit him hard. Right back at the line of scrimmage. So third down now, and about 13.
Yeah, we had to be real careful that time. We almost had Kevin Martin came in.
Don't want a legal substitution against us. All right, here they come. Big third down and 13. Tiger fans, you can hear them in the background. They're shaking these bleachers. There's the snap. Back to pass. Quickly throws across the middle low. And it falls incomplete. Greg's down there trying to find out what the previous call was. And we'll hopefully get that in just a second. Greg, you got what that call was? Well, maybe not. They come back to the line of scrimmage now. Fourth down, and they're going to try to coffin corner this, just punt it down there. Keep it from rolling into the end zone. Similar situation as we had earlier, although we went for it. It was intercepted in the end zone. Watch for the fake. There's the snap. No rush. The punters will kick it. Hits at the 5, goes into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. So the Tiger defense does a good job of stopping Sandy Creek. We're still tied up at 7. So first down for the Tigers. It's their first time they'll have the ball in the second quarter of play. Tigers break the huddle, make their way back on the field. I hear Greg down there, but I don't know if he can hear me. Greg, can you hear me? He's not looking at me, so I'm guessing not. Greg, can you hear me? Tigers hand the ball off the line. Find an open seam at the 30. Finally brought down at the 32-yard line. Great job by Williams. The Tigers with the first down there. They roll the clock. Hudson calls for it, turns. He's going to keep the ball this time. Tries to pop to the outside. Clips a nice cut across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Gain of about 6. Second down. 10-16. Clock continues to tick. 7-7 is your score. Tigers moving the ball, started to the 20 on this drive. Hudson will stand again to the backfield. Twins to the right side. Hands the ball off. Makes a nice move in the backfield to get away from him. Up to the 38. Gain of 2. So bring up third down, and we'll call it 4. Greg's struggling with some of his equipment, so he's made his way back up into the booth. Put his headset back on. I could hear you a little bit. You couldn't hear me?
I could not hear. There's so much radio waves around in this air with all. It's crazy.
Handoff into the line across the 40. We got to get to the 42. We don't. It'll stop us at the 40. Hudson wants to go for it.
A lot of fans, as I was coming up through the stands, were saying, "Hey, Greg, they're playing us tough." We certainly expected this is they should play as the toughest team so far this year, other than Callaway.
There's the handoff. Actually, Hudson going to keep it. Gets the first down to the 45-yard line.
They're going to actually give him forward progress up to the 46 as the Tigers, is what I was telling Josh, or Greg Tidwell, was coming up. He said, they're playing us tough. I said, I think we done got a little frustrated when I tried to find out from the sidelines why we got that 15-yard while ago, I believe that they got us for unsportsmanlike when we were arguing the call, and which is why you saw the extra 15 yards marked off, which really upset the Tiger players. So maybe we can capitalize on that.
Hudson with the fresh set of downs now. Backs up the pass. Actually goes swinging out to the right side. He's hit immediately. Grabs his jersey, brings it down to 40. So we'll lose 5 yards on that one.
Excellent read by their outside linebacker. As really he had kind of gone in motion, if you will, with Williams, and he read that perfectly. So you're right. They are playing us good. They're playing us as good as any team has thus far. And that's what you expect. You expect that when we hung 71 on them last year, that this date has been circled on their calendar for a long time, Jack.
Trips to this near side. Hudson with a single back to the backfield with him. Takes a snap, going to run the option. Cuts inside. Darts, makes another move. Gets to the 50. Gets the first down at the 40. Still down the field. High stepping at the 30. Let's say he stepped out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
He was high-stepping, and you're right, at about the 25 is where he gave the number 16 cornerback a stiff arm, but there's a flag down at the 45, so you know they caught us for holding. I can't imagine what else it'll be, and that would be at about a half a yard behind the line of scrimmage. So let's see. Hey, they're showing that some of the Tiger players are clapping. You know what? It could be face mask, defensive face mask from the defensive lineman, because one of the Tigers, I think Michael Irvin, was explaining to the ref, he had his hand all in my face mask, and I was slapping it away, and they agreed. So they're going to nullify that penalty.
That's the end of the play?
That'll actually nullify, because that would only be a 15-yard from the spot of the foul. So that, like you said, will just probably decline the penalty
and take the ball.
And that's what the White Hat's doing. He's saying first down Tigers inside the 30-yard line.
No, they're marking it off from the 30, Greg.
You know that? Hey.
From the end of the play.
Good
10 yards.
That ball's going down inside the 15. It's really just beyond the 15-yard line. So Tigers in the red zone with 8:01 left until halftime. Your score 7-7. Tigers looking to score another touchdown here.
Hudson takes it. Keeps it. Goes on the right side. Steps left, steps right. Picks up about 7 yards. 2nd and 3.
They're going to move the ball down to the 11-yard line where Hudson takes it off over there behind J. Brody Messer and actually the right side of that field.
That was only about a 3-yard gain. I had my math wrong.
That's okay.
All right, here we go. They want to tell a TD in the stands for sure. As the Tigers going to hand the ball in the line, inside the 10, down near the 7-yard line before he stopped. They've got to get inside the 5 for a first down. 7-12, 7-17 left to go. 7-7 is your score.
Hunter Bass back in at right guard, and the Tigers electing to follow behind him, and they're picking up another 4 yards. As you said, it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers.
Wide splits on that right side, Greg. Back to pass to Hudson. He's actually going to run the ball right up the middle. Dives inside the 5, near the 5. I think that's going to be down to about the 6.
Actually, they're going to mark him down at the 7. He only picks up a yard. So that'll bring up 4th down and 3. So do the Tigers try to do a field goal? They haven't kicked a field goal since the first game of the year where Helson Martinez kicked a 29-yard field goal from the far hash mark, or from the right hash mark. So it looks like the Tigers choosing to go for it. Maybe they'll try to draw them off with a quick slap or two, and if they don't get it, they'll go ahead and run the play.
Actually, they don't do it. It's a reverse back to the right side. Looking to throw it to the end zone. There's a man back there. It's caught. Touchdown, Tigers!
We get the Kobe Hudson, actually. No, to Jamari Thrash.
Now it looks like it's something against the Tigers. A legal man downfield, maybe?
That's about all I can think of. But it was a reverse to, I want to say Jarrell Smith. He throws it in the back of the end zone to Jamari Thrash for the touchdown. They're going to call it back, as you said. Let's see what the signal is from the referee.
He's already signaled. He's signaling to the press box on the other side, not to us. We're actually on the visitor side, so we can't see what he's signaling a lot of times.
So it's 4th down for the Tigers as they back the ball up to the 9-yard line.
So I must have been a legal man downfield, Greg.
So 4th down and 5. We can actually get a first down at about the 5-yard line.
Back to pass to Hudson. Hudson throws it to the end zone. Jumps up. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Jarrell Smith on a nice corner route. Hudson threw it where only Smith can catch it. The Sandy Creek fans are just quiet as they can be, and the Troup fans are kind of waiting on that call. But the Tigers do score with 6:13 left in the second quarter. They go up by a touchdown, 13-3. All-important extra point as Martinez was set to kick it. 6:12 left to go. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-7 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station. 2 spots right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Martinez, fresh off of kicking the extra point, now set to kick the ball off. 14-7 is your score in favor of the Tigers. There's the kick. A little bit shorter this time. Taking about the 12 up to the 20. On the left side. Finding some running room against the 30. Brought down at the 37-yard line. And Tigers just flying around the field.
You know,
but we're letting them get a lot more on those kickoffs, though, Greg.
You're right. It looked like we had a good lane, and then all of a sudden he just darted through a hole. It's way too much return yardage on the Troup Tigers kickoff. It also, remember that Sandy Creek will be receiving the ball to start the third quarter. So this is really a crucial series for the defense for the Tigers now. With 6:05 to go into halftime, Tigers up 14-7. Sandy Creek starting this possession.
Actually, we kicked it off. We get the ball back in the second half. Remember, they switched it.
That's right. I'm glad you said that. So we do get the ball back. So still a crucial possession for the Tigers defense.
We got confused there in the first part of the game. A lot of confusion in the first part of the game. Quarterback back to pass. A lot of pressure on him. He's going to swing it out. Ooh. And it's going to fall incomplete. Just bounces around.
Jeremiah Holston under Makuta, but Holston really wanted that quarterback bad. And he was about to tackle him with a 14 or 15-yard loss, and he was able to let it go, and it falls incomplete. So it'll be second down for Sandy Creek. Again, the ball's resting. Second down on actually Sandy Creek's 37-yard line.
Jamal Lewis is the quarterback, and he had to scramble quite a bit on that one. So second and 10 for him. Tigers put about 6 men on the line. They're coming for this one. They release one of the guys in the backfield. He catches it. Gets back across the line of scrimmage to about the 39-yard line, maybe the 40. And I tell you, if you don't call a whistle, these guys will keep on hitting you.
And I don't blame him. I tell you what, Kevin Martin did a great job by tackling the kid in open field. Had a lot of help. You see, I want to say Tyree Carlisle from the secondary came in and just absolutely waylaid him. And actually, that was Nick Ligon. Nick's playing free safety today. Tyree is actually out here left corner. But Ligon is if you set him up, he's going to help you take him down. So it'll be third down and 7. Big down for the Tigers defensively.
Lewis is the man in motion on the far side. He's back to pass. He's having to scramble out. They catch him in the ankle. He throws the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds on the far side.
He was under so much pressure from the Tigers. First, it was Jatavian Smith. Then it was Kevin Martin. Had him in the backfield, and he just had to throw the ball away. So it'll bring up fourth down and 7 for Sandy Creek, and they'll bring on their punting team. And it looks like we're going to have Jamari Thrash heading back.
We're going to get back for this one.
We kind of let it go. I think the coaching staff said, okay, well, let's put Thrash back this time.
He'll be all alone back there.
He's going to stand on about the 20-yard line as Sandy Creek's punter stands on their 25-yard line.
Tigers setting up to come after it. There's a snap, and we do. High kick.
Nice.
We're going to get out of the way of it, but it's a little short. Hits it to 30 and takes a Tiger bounce up to the 31. So they'll down it there. The Tigers will have it there first and 10. 5:01 left to go here in the first half of play. 14-7 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Pretty soon we'll be the only ones playing football tonight in Georgia, as we couldn't start this game until about 8:30. So we're just in the first half if you're just tuning into us. Lightning delay, not so much rain, but lightning delay kept the ball game from starting. Tigers will have the ball on the far hash, resting right at the 30-yard line. Trips to this near side. Hudson would be in the backfield with Williams. And he'll roll him over to the right side of him. Back to pass, going to swing it out. Complete, but they catch us in the backfield. And we'll go down at about the 20. So there's a loss on that play.
So, Jack, we have found out two plays that do not work. The left toss and the right toss do not work. Just get that out of the playbook.
Take the tosses out.
Sandy Creek has got that little out flare to the flat pass booked, and we just might as well go away with it.
So now we're looking at second and quite a bit. It's a handoff to the line. Great hole. But the second, did the linebacker step up and get us just short of the 30. We got to get actually to the 30 to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's third down, and they're going to call it 12.
We picked up about 3. I thought we picked up maybe 4. But that ball's out on the 28-yard line. We've got to get out to the 40. So third and 12, as you said. 4 minutes left until halftime. Your Tigers up by 7, 14-7.
Hudson tries to draw him off a little bit. Steps back, looks to the sideline. Now he's ready. He rolls Williams back to this near side. Takes a snap, back to pass. Looking. He's going to step up, and he's going to run the ball. He's at the 40. Got the first down to the 50. Got blocks ahead of him to the 30. Oh, he squeezes through. He's at the 10. Comes back inside. Touchdown!
Excellent block by Joko Willis and a trail of Tigers inside the 10-yard line and escorting Kobe Hudson into the end zone. The original line of scrimmage sitting at the 28-yard line. So that'll go as a 72-yard touchdown run by Kobe Hudson. Takes the Tigers up by 2 touchdowns, 20-7, await the extra point.
That's what Kobe Hudson does for you, Greg. It can happen at any moment.
That's true. And I think the Sandy Creek fans, at least for now, are really impressed. I hope they are with
there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them across the way.
That is true.
But the Tigers have traveled well tonight. I think over 300 strong. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-7 with 3:35 left to go. 60 seconds. Back to the station. You listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting goods needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back, you late night owls. 3:35 left to go. 21-7 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers as we get ready to kick the ball off again. The ball rests in the middle of the field at the 40. Helson Martinez will step up.
Let's see if we get a little bit better coverage this time, Jack.
There's a kick. Nice kick. Kick to the left side. Called it. He drops it. Picks it up. He's gunner right on him, and he's going to get knocked out at the 12. No, he's still on his feet. Gets up to the 20-21-yard line. That's a resilient guy. Late flag comes in. I hope it's not a late hit against us.
Well, the way the Tigers have been piling on lately, it's either and Glisson is arguing now with the ref, but at the same time, it could have been a block in the back by Sandy Creek as well.
It's awful late.
But let's see what happens. But the Tigers have been very aggressive tonight,
especially on defense. I think they're fixing to mark it off against us, Craig.
Yeah, I think the guy with the white hat on is facing south. But he's in conference. Let's see. He's walking over. He's going to call it against the Tigers. Personal foul. Looks like they said face mask.
So they'll mark it off.
So from the 20, should be out to the 35-yard line is where Sandy Creek will take it.
Our thanks to all the folks out there listening to us, including my mom. She's enjoyed the ball game. Hope she and Dan are having a good time there listening to us. You're up too late, though, Mom. You need to go to bed. And also my friend Kathy Kirby. She's a great employee over there at Troup High School. Takes care of all the choral duties over there. And she's enjoying hearing the band as she's got a kid out here playing.
Good.
So here we go. Long snap count. They're going to pass the ball, swing it out. We're going to read it well, but we got to hold on to it. But if he gets across the 50, fumble! The ball goes out and goes out of bounds on the far side. Actually, advances for Sandy Creek.
You give credit for Kevin Martin as he is chasing him down, catches him on the Tiger 45-yard line, and does that tomahawk chop, chops the ball out. But you're right, the ball does roll out of bounds and picks up another 3 yards. It was spotted on the 41-yard line of the Tigers.
Can't rest on the Sandy Creek team. They're moving the ball well. Trips to this near side, and a timeout call by the Tigers. They take a timeout. We take one as well. Let's take 2 spots back to the station. 60 seconds as the Tigers are leading 21-7 right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is a place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, inside the Piggly Wiggly at Lee's Crossing, and in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. We have your flu shot ready, so come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as Sandy Creek's going to pass the ball to the end zone. 2 men back there, no flag, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Looks like we had Tyree Carlisle on the defense. He pulls it in about the 10-yard line. He was really thrown out of bounds where nobody could catch it except the wide out, but Tyree was hip to hip with him, so great defense by Carlisle. That should bring up 2nd down and 10 as the ball for Sandy Creek is resting on the Tigers' 41-yard line.
Lewis, the quarterback, has trips to this near side. Tigers coming across the line quick. It's going to make him toss the ball across the middle. Falls incomplete. Just a little shovel pass that's going to not get all the way to the receiver.
Tremendous pressure by King Makuta, and then following him, Andy Boykin had him under pressure, and then Khalif Thornton. So he was under so much pressure, he was forced to throw the ball. And, you know, he's a couple times he's made some bad decisions throwing a football where he tried to force it in. And if he continues to do that, it's going to come up in favor of the Tigers. So I'm looking at fans like Joseph Harry that's in there just calling and cheering on the Tigers, and he knows that his son's not playing tonight because Kobe's operating the camera. So we had to demote Kobe from starting center to camera operator this week. Now, actually, Kobe's got an injury, but, man, there's a ton of fans. You know what, Jack? I look over in the Fizzer side. It's 80% full.
Yeah. Man in motion coming from the far side. They'll make 3 receivers for this near side now. Lewis has a man in motion going to the far side. Throws it across the middle.
And did he catch it? He caught it for a first down, but man, he threw it in traffic. And I don't know that you can cover him any better than Nick Ligon that time. Is Nick was all over him about the time that they got there at the same time the ball did, and he was able to catch it. So you give credit to Sandy Creek and the quarterback because he's been under a tremendous amount of pressure to make that throw and to make that catch.
Sandy Creek now with a fresh set of downs inside the 30, right near the 25-yard line. Tigers showing the blitz.
Look like we might have a motion.
He throws it quickly. Intercepted at the 15, up to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And finally brought down at the 41-yard line.
I want to say that's Nick Ligon to see he gets off the ground. It is Nick, and he's able to nicely make an interception at about the 6-yard line and brings it all the way back out to the 38-yard line. Actually, they're going to move the ball across the 40-yard line to about the 41-yard line. So excellent interception and return by Ligon. That's his first of the year, Jack.
He was just playing center field run out there.
He is the one that I just called. He had made such a he was right on top of the ball, but wide out for Sandy Creek, made a good catch, but it came back, and that was really one of those. I told you just a second ago that quarterback keeps throwing under pressure.
Eventually,
and that's what happened because Makuta and Boykin and Thornton were all in the backfield, and Jeremiah Holston was bringing the heat down as well. So good job for the Tigers on that one.
2:31 left to go. Hudson hands the ball off. Actually, no, he's going to play action, keep it. Now throw across the middle. And almost actually intercepted by Sandy Creek at the 45.
And their number one takes it. He dives out. He flattens out parallel to the ground. And really Hudson threw it in a nice area down around the guy's knees. And the only way it could have been intercepted was that kind of effort by the corner for Sandy Creek. So let's play the game of interception. And that's only Hudson's probably, fourth?
Has not been many this year.
Of the entire season. So Tigers on defense are going to come back, and with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left until halftime, Troup Tigers 21, Sandy Creek Patriots 7.
So Sandy Creek would love to put some points on the board here. Trailing by 2 touchdowns. Again, a great crowd by Sandy Creek on the far side, and a really great crowd by the Tigers on this near side.
Thanks to Anthony Robinson listening and watching on the internet from West Point. Cartersville 45, Central 0.
Tigers again with a big rush. They swing it out, and we're right there to make the hit. It's going to get maybe a yard out of that 2nd and 9.
Excellent job by Kevin Martin from his linebacker position and Kyrie Carlisle to come up from his corner to be able to catch the wideout. It was a little stab pass, and Makuta was all in his face, and King Makuta decided, you know what, my job is to tackle the quarterback, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
And he planted the quarterback right on his back. 2nd down and 8 for Sandy Creek as the clock continues to run inside a minute and 55 seconds.
Trips to the left side. Lewis, the quarterback, waits for the snap. Tries to draw the Tigers off. There's the snap. Tigers are coming. And they're going to hit him just as he throws the ball.
Makuta lowers the boom on him. He absolutely, if you notice, he came in from that left side and just came around the tailback. The tailback let him go. Didn't even want to block him.
Stop up.
And the quarterback paid dearly for that as he just drilled him into the ground and threw the ball incomplete over the middle. So the clock will stop with 1:42 remaining until halftime. Again, your Tigers up by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. 3rd and 9, crucial 3rd down for the Tigers defense this time.
Tiger defense has done a great job on 3rd down. They've made them putt several times so far this contest.
We appreciate Wade England, a 5th grader at Long Cane Elementary School, listening to us. Him and his granddaddy, David England from West Point.
Tigers coming again after the quarterback. They swing it out, and they're going to make a catch across the 50, but it's short of the first down. So 4th down now.
4th and 5. And I'm telling you, Coach G called the timeout. Makuta, 3rd time King Makuta has actually hit the quarterback.
Yep.
And the white cap is standing there watching. It's a legal hit, and he is just laying the boom on that quarterback.
Well, how is the offensive coordinator not calling a timeout and say, hey, we got to protect our quarterback?
Yeah, it's 3 times in a row.
They take a timeout. We take as well. Just 30 seconds back to the station. One spot as the Tigers are leading 21-7 on Eagle Sports.
At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
One of the fun things here at the stadium are things like battling bands. As the band for Sandy Creek is getting ready for halftime, and they've come over here in front of the Troup band, and they're playing one of their big songs. The Tigers are playing one of theirs as well. And that's just fun.
Yeah, it is.
They get to respect the heck out of each other. Both bands going. They're a 3-tuba band. We're a 2-tuba band. We're having a good time.
They're about as evenly matched as the Tigers are and the Patriots are on the football field.
They're going for it on fourth down. Quarterback back to pass. Swings it out.
Yeah.
He should have caught that one. That should have been a first down.
No.
But he falls incomplete.
Well,
so now Coach Steve's excited because we got the ball, and we got a minute 26 left to go.
Let's do it, Jack. You know, I don't know that I believe he would have caught the ball on the Tigers' 44-yard line. He had to get down to the 42. He was actually slipping down, and had he caught it, it would have been, I believe it would still been Tigers football. So either way, the Tigers have the football at the close to midfield at the 47-yard line. They're on 47. They got a minute and 26 seconds, hopefully, to put another touchdown. And as you said earlier, we get the ball back in the third quarter.
Yep. So the White Hats will stop it for a second.
So we got an equipment issue with Trey Williams. He'll come out, and they're going to put Tyree Carlisle in. Let's see what the equipment's about. Looks like he's got
chin strap or something.
Is that what it is? It's just too easy to fix. It must have been something simple.
Yep. So Tyree, who knows what to do, will step in. Kobe leans forward, makes a change to the play. Now we're ready. Takes the snap. Going to run the option. It's going to be Carlisle. Following his block, stepping up the field, gets to the 50.
Had a two-yard gain on that one. It kind of looked funny, Jack. He almost like he tossed the ball too soon.
Maybe really didn't read the offense, the defense at all.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Just a quick handoff in the line. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. May lose a yard on that one.
But, you know, give Trey Williams credit for really struggling and keep fighting and try to get back up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Call it 3rd and 7, 3rd and 7.5.
Not really what I was expecting here in this sequence.
Yeah, kind of just
still kind of taking our time. Not a lot of urgency. Hudson now was back to pass. He's going to run the ball right up the middle. We tackled short of the first down.
Let's see where they're going to spot it at what, about a yard short?
Yep.
So that'll be on the, looks like about the 43. They had to get down to the 40. Well, actually about a half a yard short. So 4th and maybe, oh, wow, Jack, they got about a 4th and a foot. So let's see what the Tigers can do. As good as you said, they're going for it.
Tight splits. Kobe tries to draw them off. Looks back, and a timeout called. They take a timeout by the Tigers. They take a timeout. We'll take it as well. 60 seconds. 2 spots back to the station. Tigers leading 21-7 on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Looking back as Hudson's going to have to scramble on this last play. Throws it out of bounds, and that'll end the first half of play. Actually, the
there's a flag on the play. Let's see what happens. It's going to be declined.
Okay.
It was offensive holding, so
they don't give the Tigers another shot at that. So.
No, I don't think so either.
So they'll head off the field, and we'll have halftime. And we're going to step away as they do that. We're going to listen to some of our sponsors. We're going to get about 4 spots back to the station. we come back, we'll talk about this first half of play. We'll talk about some of the scores as we got and let you listen to some of the bands as well. But right now, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football. We're leading 21-7 on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
It is Take Home a Titan Truck Month at Nissan of LaGrange. Hey guys, Richard Cates here, General Manager of Nissan of LaGrange. It is time for you to get away from the norm and into the new Nissan Titan. With America's best truck warranty at 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper, there's no reason not to be at Nissan of LaGrange right now. It is time for you to be a Titan. Come see me at Nissan of LaGrange, where all of our Titans are $10,000 off for Titan Truck Month. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Right here on Eagle Sports. There we are. Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports. And it's homecoming again as we've made our way back up here to Tyrone, Georgia. The last time we were here, it was homecoming, and it's going to be homecoming again. I guess that's why the folks over Santa Creek definitely want to get this game off because they've got all these folks in dresses and suits and ready to go.
Oh, that's a good point you say. We didn't know it was homecoming. We knew it was homecoming 2 years ago. We were talking. Well, who was talking about it? I wasn't talking about it coming up. I was talking about it earlier today. Actually, I think Luke and I were talking on the phone right after you and I had talked because you were checking on me. I know you were concerned about me, Jack. On the way up here. I appreciate that. But Luke said, surely that would be funny. Three weeks in a row, I think we were involved in homecoming one way or the other.
Right now, I'm looking across the field. They're bringing some of the young people across. In the back corner, Greg, this is the WSB Game of the Week as well.
Oh, yes.
So it's nice. That was voted on by fans. So a lot of the Tiger fans got on the line. They voted. Of course, I'm sure the Sandy Creek fans did as well. But in all of the state of Georgia, WSB can cover just about any game they want to. And this is the game that was on their radar that they wanted to see what was going to happen.
And good publicity for both schools is when you said they can cover about any game they want to, and most schools would appreciate them doing that too. But great publicity for both programs, and of course the Tigers are very appreciative. I know Coach Glisson shared it on Facebook yesterday, and he's very appreciative of these stations acknowledging the Tigers' progress and what their accomplishments this year. So it's kind of neat that they would follow the Tigers.
Well, and we've had somebody to talk about, not just the record for the team, not just the way that they're rolling up, but one of the big surprises across the state has been Kobe Hudson, a recruit from Auburn or a wide receiver who's gone into almost the record books in some places as a quarterback. Over 1,500 yards. I'm sure he's well exceeded that by now. But coming to this game, over 1,500 yards, playing at the quarterback position, almost 700 yards running. He added 72 to that, so that's going to be over 800 yards of rushing so far in the season.
And various other smaller, shorter runs, anywhere from 3 to 4 or 5 yards to 15 or 20 yards. But you're right, the 72-yard touchdown run was tremendous to put us up by 3 touchdowns, and a lot of blocking downfield for the Tigers. And he did throw one interception, and really that was a tremendous effort. And he placed the ball exactly where it needed to be, down around the kneecaps, and the defender just simply had to lay parallel out in order to get the interception. So kudos for him, because not just anybody could have intercepted that football.
No, actually, if you think about it, it's 2 interceptions because they also caught the one in the end zone.
That's true, yeah.
But that actually helped us too because as we were talking, the ball was at the 28. We threw to the end zone on 4th down. They intercept it. Well, now the ball comes out to the 20 instead of if he knocked it down, they would have had the ball at the 28.
That makes an 8-yard difference, and it wasn't. But just a few plays later, I think the Tigers might have held them 3 and out, but certainly 6 and out or 7 and out on the next play, the next series. So Tigers looking pretty good. You know, it took us a while, and we were actually down 7-0, and so the Tigers have come back with
late in the first quarter.
That's right, to a minute 56 seconds.
Yep.
Actually, 56 seconds because we scored, remember, and the clock just kept running. We're down to like 20-something seconds when we kicked off. But we've now come back and had 21 unanswered points, the Tigers have, to go ahead 21-7 here at halftime. But I believe that might have been the first time this year, Jack, that the Tigers were down 7-0, the best we can recall all season long.
Yep. I think the Callaway game kind of held us down in the first half. I think we had our fewest points so far this season. Let's take a break back to the station. Let you hear from some more of our fine sponsors. Probably about 4 or 5 spot sets we'll hear from you. Spots that we'll hear. We come back, we'll talk more about this ball game and get you ready for the second half of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, it's T.O.D.D. Todd Parrish with Keeler Grange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Lot number 110917. Priceless tax tag and title. See Key of LaGrange for complete details. Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night, from 5 to close, is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brunswick stew, is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use a convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is a place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, inside the Piggly Wiggly at Lee's Crossing, and in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. We have your flu shot ready, so come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as we're here at halftime. Tigers leading 21-7 as the bands are on the field. Actually, just the band. Troup High band is getting a break, and they're getting some snacks over at the concession stand, enjoying their time. Again, a great crowd has traveled. We were talking to some great folks at the concession stand over here during our long break and getting to know some of those folks. Great folks here. And there's a little sprinkling maybe taking place as they're covering up some stuff. But just a very, very friendly group of folks, and they were really hoping that they get this game in because they knew that Troup traveled well, and they were going to make a lot of money over on the concession stand on the visitor side.
Well, they made a cheeseburger and French fries fan out of me. That's pretty good food. Of course, I hadn't had anything to eat since breakfast this morning, and I was kind of getting hungry. And that delay, I thought when we first got here, I'm not going to have enough time to go to the concession stand. But sure enough, they provided some good hamburgers and excellent French fries, and glad that we could get this game underway. I was talking I texted Tony Walls and told him what was going on. I thought he might be at the Callaway Bremen game. And speaking of that, if you're listening to us and you don't know what the Bremen and Callaway score is, Chip Meadows is there at the game, and he tells me that it was 25-24 heading into the fourth quarter. Bremen So excellent ball game there at Callaway Stadium. I hope the fans pack it out because I know Bremen travel well, and this surely will be whoever wins this game is going to win that region in AA. But I tell you what, Tiger Nation has responded again, Jack. These visitor stands are at least 80% full, not counting the section that the band's in, because you know they're always going to fill up a section.
Sure.
But the fans just turned out in droves, and it is so nice to see them travel and support the Tigers like they do.
Not a bad drive up here from LaGrange, about 45 minutes up the road. It depends on how you come, how fast it's going to take. I was able to come from Atlanta today from a meeting, so I just kind of zipped right in. But you were coming and took the back roads. It got here a lot quicker than a lot of this Atlanta traffic.
Well, GPS had me coming all the way up to exit 64, Fairburn Road, but I got off on exit 61. It came through the little back roads to Tyrone, which is the easiest way to get here. A lot of folks just don't realize they go all the way up to the Fairburn exit and get off, but you got to deal with that freeway traffic and all those traffic lights. Logistically, exit 61 would be the best way to go. But, man, what a great game tonight. You know, it's a handful of penalties. Like you said, Hudson's thrown 2 interceptions. One of them was in the end zone and actually worked to the Tigers' favor. And the second one was right off the heels of us intercepting. Yep. Nick Ligon intercepted on about the 12-yard line as Sandy Creek was moving the football and was able to bring it back out to the 38. And doggone it, if we didn't play next play. But it was a very, very difficult interception to make, and not just anybody could have made it.
Another interesting thing, Greg, and you and I were talking about it off the air. We got the ball. Coach G had actually called a timeout. We got the ball with about a minute 12 left to go, and we just steady down of just running the ball, and then just kind of threw the ball down the field, kind of threw it away. Really didn't take advantage of that last drive to me.
I'm with you. I was thinking with a minute 12 left until halftime, and we're out here on midfield that something might have opened up. And maybe, you know, we talked earlier now, maybe we're just a little bit hypocritical because we said we need to run the ball more. And then we decided, now when we need to score. So, but, you know, the running game has opened up for us a pretty good bit. You know, Williams has had a majority of the carries and has done quite well.
Well, like a good offensive coordinator, Coach Holt, is saying, let's take what they give us. So if they're going to give us 3 guys in the box and everybody else is going to be banking coverage, we're going to run the ball at you.
Yes, right.
We're going to pick up 3 to 5 yards every time. We just run the clock and just keep running the ball down the field. But if they bring in the guys like they have, they're going to throw the ball. And actually that's what they've done against us. They've brought guys, dropped them back on our defense. We've got about 7 guys up around the box, and they've been throwing the ball around against us.
I wonder what kind of adjustments they're going to make at halftime when you think about Makuta's been on their quarterback all the second quarter.
On the backside, he's all over him.
And the run defense, for the most part, the Tigers have been put pressure and not letting them get too many yards. I don't know what their yardage running the ball this first quarter is from the offensive line of scrimmage, but my guess is they've got less than maybe 70 yards running the football. And we have put pressure after pressure on him, not just King Makuta, but Khalif Thornton and Andy Boykin and Jeremiah Holston, Devin Hill, tremendous tackle on the second play of the game for about an 8-yard loss. So we've had pressure on their quarterback most all night long in this first half. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments the Patriots make in the second half here at homecoming for these guys.
Let's take a break as the Tigers are leading the Patriots right now by a score of 21-7 on Eagle Sports.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires? Or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Are you just another truck owner that blends in with all the other truck owners? If the answer is yes, then it's time for you to head to Nissan of LaGrange. It is Take Home a Titan Truck Month. During this time, you have the opportunity to make a statement as a truck owner and take advantage of America's best truck warranty. The all-new Titan comes with a 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. This isn't some silly powertrain warranty. This is a real-deal peace of mind that no other manufacturer is offering. So come see me, Richard Case, at Nissan of LaGrange and stand out from the crowd.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Yeah, here we come back.
The Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Warren, Greg Hicks live here from Tyrone, Georgia. As right now we're in homecoming. Just looking at a couple of scores across Quad A that we got here. Ridgeland, which we played early in the season there, winning their ball game 21-14 over Northwest High School. West Lawrence trailing Howard 16-10. Of course, the Tigers are right now leading 21-7 here at halftime. Columbus, wow. Cairo, they're down in Cairo, bless their hearts, 46-7. They're putting it on a pretty tight deck down there. Looking over here, Cartersville, they have no problem at all with Central Carroll County, 45-10. That's a final now.
Say Carroll Central scored 10 points
against Cartersville.
I assume that was in the last, quarter of the game.
More than likely.
On their fourth string.
See if I got any other scores here. That's about all the 5A, the 4A scores I've got here. But Greg, our region, again, as we've mentioned over and over and over again, is a tough one across the state of Georgia. A lot of folks looking at us, kind of the class of Quad A. It'll be interesting to see how things turn out as we go through the rest of this season, and see who's going to be able to come out on top. Because right now it looks like it's a battle between the Troup High School Tigers and Cartersville.
Well, and that's kind of what Coach G is hoping, and the staff, and he and I were talking at the coaches' corner each and every Monday night out at Johnny's Pizza. The Tigers come on at 8 o'clock. You guys come out and enjoy some pizza with us. Talk Tiger football if you want. Jack will be out there starting at 7 o'clock with Coach Chambers from LaGrange College.
They got a big away game. They're up at
North Carolina Wesleyan.
Yep.
You'll be covering that with him Monday night at 7, and then Pete Wiggins, Coach Callaway, will be on at 7:30, and he's going to have a lot to say about tonight's game against Bremen, and hopefully that'll be a victory as the Callaway Cavaliers have gone back ahead now, 30-25, I believe.
Yep.
Kind of probably about 8 minutes to go in that football game down at Callaway Stadium. And then we'll follow up it's from 8 o'clock to 8:30, and then you guys come in later. You'll talk with Coach Gibbs and LaGrange Grangers and talk about that game they had Thursday night, which was a very tough, close ball game.
Quite a battle. 9-6 is the final. Coach down with some injuries and also some guys that were suspended for the game from an altercation they had against Central down there in Central. And so it was a tough ball game to walk into. Trailing that ball game most of the time, coming back to within a field goal. Still frustrating. We've talked. Nobody likes to lose on any level.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk about moral victories. You can talk about where we're growing, getting better. But ultimately, when you look back, that's still going to be an L.
An L.
As you look at it. So, Coach Gibbs and his staff continue to try to lift these guys up. Continue to try to encourage them. But it is tough when you're facing this loss after loss. Second of the break, we come back. We'll get ready for the second half of play. Tigers are leading 21-7 over Sandy Creek here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Higgs live here from Tyrone, Georgia. The Tigers are coming back down the field, getting stretched up as they're finishing up all the halftime festivities. Of course, the Tigers leading this one right now 21-7, but it is a tough team that they're facing here in Sandy Creek. And Sandy Creek would love to get some revenge from homecoming 2 years ago when the Tigers, as we mentioned, kind of the Glisten mission really got started. How we got here, of course, we began with Ridgeland. That was an away game. Won that one 32-0. Columbus was our second game of the season. We did that at home 47-14. Harris County, we defeated them. Callaway got a big win there. Chapel Hill with a big win. And then, of course, we're here at Sandy Creek. Still to come in this season, just amazing to think about. Only 4 more regular season games. We'll be off next week. They have a bye week there, but then it'll go LaGrange, Cedartown, which will be senior night, and then 2 away games, Central Carroll, and finally the big the big kind of head-to-head match coming up at the end, looming for us. Actually, I imagine for them too as well. Both teams have a great opportunity to be undefeated in that one, and that's Cartersville, the last game of the season.
You know, we were talking about that going back up to. Here we go. There we go. Thank you. We were talking about that going to break a while ago, and I was talking about Monday night coach's corner out at Johnny's Pizza. I was talking to Coach G Monday night, you know, and he's like, "Hey, Coach, you know, we get past these Sandy Creek Patriots, and you know they're going to be wanting us bad, and they're a much improved team over last year for sure. But if we can get by them, never do you want to count your chickens before they hatch. But it's certainly It's certainly got all the projections to us going to Cartersville in November the 2nd on a Friday night for all at stake region championship, and we can almost assuredly, I didn't say this to him, but I did tell the guy today, and almost assuredly Cartersville is not going to throw 77 points on us like they did 2 years ago. No, it'll be very, very different. That was one of those typical ball games. As we're excited about that ball game. We've been playing well, going through the season. It's just a completely change of the direction of the program, and then all of a sudden we hit the buzzsaw of the Hurricanes up there. Well, it certainly took us down a notch. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But also it's fun to think though, as we had that ball game, one of the guys that was the kind of the main motor of that buzzsaw was Trevor Lawrence, who's now gotten the starting role at Clemson. Yeah, you just a little bit of politics. I'm joking. A little bit of careful. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. A little bit of college football. You like it for Trevor Lawrence. You especially like it because he's from our region. Here in Georgia, but for Kelly Bryant, he's like, man, I've not done anything wrong. And a buddy of mine, Robert Palmer, and I were talking. He says, that's a system where you've got two excellent quarterbacks, but you've just got a little bit better one coming in that gives you a little bit more than what the team's looking for that Kelly doesn't, and that's the vertical game that Lawrence brings more consistent than Bryant does. But But then you look at Jalen Hurts and you think, he didn't get mad and said, I'm going to transfer. But the question is, what can Bryant do for any other team? And who out there in college football would be willing to wait on Bryant? And who would Bryant be willing to wait on? To me, it's easy for you and I to say, but you know what? Just hang on. Well, Bryant's he's also playing a bit of a long game thinking about, I need folks to look at me now because I want to be able to play in the NFL. Well, I think some of the NFL's already seen what he can do. And it's easy, like I say, it's easy for me to say, hey, dude, just hang out, enjoy your ride. You never know when Lawrence may go down, and we hope that doesn't happen, but you never know, dude. You just,
and right now, if he does, all Clemson has are freshman quarterbacks.
Exactly.
So it's going to be very interesting. Let's take one more 30-second break. We come back. We got kickoff for the second half of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tigers will receive in the second half, and we're geared up, ready to go. They'll be kicking the ball off from the 40-yard line, right in the center of the field, not from one of the hashes.
Tough one.
21-7 is the score, as Greg is getting the crowd fired up down there. Good food. Where do you find it?
You know, Callaway's ahead of Bremen, like 30 to 25.
We'll talk to y'all out in radio land, too, as well as we're talking to all the fans here in the stands.
I tell you, it's a lot of fun when you got fans that are close to you. You can lean out the window, and talk with them as the Sandy Creek kicks the football off.
Kicked it, angled it towards the corner, falls in the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
And he did soccer-style kick it there, Jack. It just wasn't. It was really almost like straight on, but he does kind of put his foot into it as if he's kicking it soccer style. But the Tigers, first possession of the second half, will take over 20-yard line, so 80 yards to go. We didn't score like we wanted to as we're going out into the first half, but we certainly sure would like to open up the second half with a score, Jack.
As Greg said, 21-7, no time off the clock, so a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. Tigers are moving from right to left. Ball right in the middle of the field. And here come the Tigers. Hudson will stand in the backfield. He's got a running back to his left, calls for it. And they're going to start off with hand the ball to him. He follows his block. Gets at least 5. Second effort for Williams to get the ball out to the 25-yard line.
Behind Hunter Bass, Luke Purnell, Gabe Hubbard, Riley Bowles. They had a Stephen Messer. They really had a loaded up left side of the line that time. Jack, as I'm looking through the binoculars, you had Hunter Bass and Michael Irvin on the right side. You had a little weighted line to the left and was able to pick up 4.5 yards on that one.
A lot of weight on that line. Hudson's going to run the option. Turns back inside. Gets about 2, maybe 3 more out of it. He's got to get up to the 30 for a first down, so it's a little short, 3rd down.
He takes it and fakes the option, decides to turn it upfield behind Michael Irvin, the right tackle, along with Hunter Bass, and he's able to pick up another couple of yards. They're going to spot the ball on the 27. They got 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers.
Looks like they're just trying to stretch us out. So there's the snap. Hudson's going to keep it. Pops to the outside. Gets the 30. He's still on his feet at the 40. Goes down to the 45-yard line. First down, Tigers.
Nice job as he fakes it, fakes the handoff, takes it up the middle behind Stephen Messer and Jay Brody Messer. No, they're not related. The center and the left guard, and he's into the second level, all the way out to the 40. See where they're going to spot the ball. 47-yard line. Where they? The 44-yard line. First down, Tigers.
So Tigers making it back to around midfield. Covey calls for it. Hands the ball to his tailback. He's got some running room across the 45, down to about the 48-yard line. Second down.
So he takes the handoff, a little crisscross in the backfield. He heads it up behind Stephen Messer on the left guard, and he plants his feet once beyond the line of scrimmage, takes it back to the middle of the field, picks up about 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6 as the ball spotted on the 48-yard line near midfield.
10-17 left to go in the third quarter play. 21-7 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Handoff again. Nice block as we get across the 45. First down to the 44-yard line.
What I'm telling you, Jack, is what we said in the first half. Need to establish the running game, and we have not passed the ball yet in the second half. In this first series, we started on the 20, and we're now, after about 6 or 7 runs, we're down inside the 45 to the 42-yard line of the Patriots.
Moving the ball well now, Hudson and team. It'll be Williams standing in the backfield with him. Trips to the right side.
Kobe makes a little bit of an adjustment there and hands the ball off. Great job of following his blocking. Guys, I tell you what, I just can't get over how well these guys are moving the pile. About 4-yard gain. Actually, not a good spot. Only gets 3 there.
We're behind J. Brody Messer again, and Riley Bowles just moving it right up the middle. We got Gabe Hubbard out here on the left tackle, and Big Gabe's going to open up a spot for somebody. Just wait till they go outside the end.
Trey takes the fake. Now it's going to be Hudson, who just runs over a guy at the 30-yard line to pick up the first down.
And I want to say, I just mentioned Gabe Hubbard. Gabe did a pull-out block and just knocked the defensive end 5 yards out of the way and allowed Kobe Hudson to take it off tackle up the middle for about another first down run down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Tigers on the move have not thrown the ball on this opening session of the third quarter.
It's been Hudson and Williams the whole time. This time it's going to be Williams again. Steps into the left, pops out right, picks up another about 4 or 5 yards up the field.
They're going to move him, give him about a 3.5 to 4 yard gain. It'll be second down and maybe 7. They maybe just pull it up. They're going to spot the ball on the 25-yard line. So the Tigers inching forward, play by play.
8:41 has been all Tigers here in this third quarter. Hudson just going to keep it and run it to the left side. Follows his blocking across the 20, down inside the 20. Gets another first down for the Tigers.
Move the chains for the Tigers. Let's see. They hadn't signaled first down yet. They may call for a measurement. Let's see.
I thought he had.
No, they said first down. Yep, they're moving the chains.
They just need to listen to me.
Yeah. All the way up in the box. The ball spotted on, it looks like the 17.5-yard line.
Man, this offensive line is just doing a tremendous job. There's a snap. Handoff. Williams finds the hole and is slung down at about the 10-yard line. And it's just textbook, Greg.
Just tremendous effort by that interior offensive line. Michael Irvin just seeing from his right tackle position, just pancaked the guy inside the 10 down on a 7-yard line. And he had driven his man 8 yards off the block. So good job for Michael Irvin. He is at your right tackle position. He's also a 220-pound wrestler for the wrestling team.
Hudson and Williams, it's been all of them. As this time it's going to be Williams again. Williams pops to the outside, cuts inside to the 5, down inside, finding his way to the 3.
It took every bit of 4 tacklers for Sandy Creek to bring Trey Williams down after he takes it outside beside Gabe Hubbard and Luke Purnell. And Luke was trying to get him on in the end zone. Didn't quite work, but give kudos to Trey Williams. He just kept chopping those legs. Inside the 5, down to the 4 is first down and goal for the Tigers.
Trying to cap off an 80-yard drive that's taken all the time here in the third quarter. Hudson calls for it, turns, makes the handoff. Williams fights his way. He's hit hard. They push him at the line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
As soon as Kobe Hudson handed the ball off, he threw his arms up, but it did take a second, third effort by the tailback Trey Williams as he pulls it in behind Stephen Messer and Gabe Hubbard for the touchdown. Tigers at the 7:35 mark, all on the ground. That was about a 14-play drive, 80 yards, no passing, and as you said it more than 3 times, Jack, textbook offensive line.
You know, Dan Marino once gave isotoner gloves to his linemen for keeping them safe. What does Kobe need to give to those linemen and Trey after that effort?
Wow.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-7 right here at homecoming for Sandy Creek right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Jose Martinez ready to kick the ball off. It rests just to this near side from the middle of the field. 28-7 for the Tigers as they have had the ball the entire third quarter, and they ran just a steady dive of Kobe Hudson and Trey Williams. Not a big play involved at all. It was all just 5-7, 5-7, 3, just popping it down the field.
with a line drive kick. Pop bounces down, taking it to 10. He tries to come back across the field. Better coverage by the Tigers, but he still breaks free. Got some arm tackling going on the far side. Finally bring him down short of the 30.
You know, I'm looking at Philip Manning down on the sidelines talking to his offensive lineman, and I see Bowles, and I see Kitchens, and I see Gerald, Michael Irvin, all of the stars. Gabe Hubbard is getting some attention from the trainer, but all these guys, and Manning is just, Coach Manning, Philip Manning is giving them high fives and really telling them how proud he is of that offensive line who just took the Tigers 80 yards on a 14-play drive to pay dirt. 28-7, your Tigers leading here early in the third quarter. 7:25 to go in the third quarter of play. 28-7.
If you're a visitor here at Sandy Creek, one of the things you hate is to hear the announcer going to the far side.
They hadn't said that much tonight, have
Well,
they?
he just said first down.
He had to say something, didn't he? Normally you hear that on a third down and the bell tolls.
Well, that's not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls to be. They put a man in motion from the far side, coming back to wing on this near side. Quarterback takes it, going to run the option. They pitch it out, and he's going to get a couple of yards up the field to about the 34-yard line. Brings up second down.
Nice little toss.
I'll tell you what, the quarterback got rid of the ball quick when he saw King coming.
Well, you know, they're going to – I see what – see, they got the back – we got an equipment problem. Looks like Nick Ligon is having to come out of the game. And, man, they're spotting these guys real quick, aren't they?
Yep.
So that'll bring Jamari Thrash will come in and play a little safety on defense. He'll line up alongside Alonzo Ogletree from the safety positions. You've got Jatavian Smith at linebacker, Kevin Martin at linebacker, Jace Godwin at the corner, along with Tyree Carlisle. You've got Makuta, Holston, Thornton, Boykin, and Hill inside the defensive front line.
Now they're ready to start. Trips to the far side. A team we expected to run most of the night has thrown almost every play. Or run the little options. Tigers, great job of waiting. As King's coming after that quarterback again. They throw complete, unless he stepped out of bounds. I think they're going to say he's stepped out as he made this catch.
No, the back judge has it.
Okay, he did have him catching the ball. My bad.
And it's going to be, he got behind Carlisle. Last week we were talking about Carlisle just kind of looked like he might have been sandbagging. This time, I think he just got caught short-handed, and their receiver got behind Carlisle, is able to move the ball down inside Tiger territory to the 36-yard line, and that's where Sandy Creek will have first down.
Fourth or fifth big play, but Sandy Creek unable to capitalize on most of them. Put a man in motion back to the far side. Here they come after the quarterback. Little screen. He's trying to set it up. He pops to the outside. He's still in his seat. 40, 35, goes out of bounds, just short of the 30. Smart move by that young man.
Khalif Thornton is shaking his head because big nose tackle. Khalif Thornton, I think he was running a 4.240 there. He had the angle on the quarterback, and man, if he hadn't stepped out of bounds, I believe Khalif Thornton would put him out here on Fairburn Road. Wow, was he gonna nail him? Interesting to see what this flag is. Got an injured player back around the 47, Sandy Creek. Looks like one of their offensive linemen. It's either looks like they might be rubbing a cramp out of his calf muscle.
It's hurting him,
Jack. But
they were blocking King over here.
Well, that may be what's hurting him.
So let's go ahead and take 30 seconds back to the station while they figure this out. 30 seconds as the Tigers leading 28-7 on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, this is a spot of foul. Well, welcome back as a chop block. The young man was after King Makuta's knees and actually ended up with a cramp of his own, has to be escorted off the field. That'll be a big 15-yard penalty against Sandy Creek. So they had the ball down inside actually went out of bounds near the 30, so now they got to go all the way to the 25 for a first down, but the ball rests all the way on the other side of the field at the 30.
and it's going to be, looks like first down and about 43. First and 43 for Sandy Creek, as they've got to get all the way down to the Tigers' 26-yard line. And like you said, the ball's placed on the Sandy Creek 33-yard line.
So they'll try to draw something up for first and 43. And it's going to be a handoff into the line, and that's not the play I would have run, as the Tigers are all over it.
You've got King Makuta coming off the bottom of that pile. He and Jeremiah Holston. Tell you what, you just got to like the way Holston plays. He is one big dude. He's not near as tall. He's probably one of the shortest guys on the defensive line between he and Khalif Thornton. But, man, does he give you everything. He can be on my team any day of the week.
Second down and forever for Sandy Creek. 6 minutes left to go in the third. 28-7 is your score.
I like Jordan Adams in at nose tackle, relieving Khalif Thornton.
Here they come. Tossed at the 40, and that's what they'll stop him at. Actually, just short of the 40 at the 39-yard line. Brings up third down.
That was
I tell you what, they're still not blocking King. No. He is going unimpeded right at that quarterback, and he's having to just release the ball as quick as he can.
That was a very, very quick whistle. And I don't know if because I want to say that Carlisle had the wide receiver by the ankle. He was not down, but they were blowing a quick whistle because a lot of the Tigers were getting ready to come in on him. Still third down and 30.
Put the wing over here to slow King down. Good grief. There he goes again. Inside after the quarterback. Quarterback throws down the field. It's a little mismatch, and there's a flag against us.
Well, what happens is he got a little mismatch. We got Kevin Martin, the linebacker, who had taken the tailback as he kind of wheel route rolled out of the backfield. Martin never looked back, and he had good position on him, and maybe they're going to penalize Martin, metaphorically speaking, because he didn't look back. And actually, Glisson is kind of raising his hand like he might be in favor of it. You may have had a little offensive pass interference, or either that or they're going to be a no flag. And I think that's what they're going to do, maybe just no flag it because
they're talking about it.
Martin really had excellent position on him, and just because he didn't look back, he wasn't bothering him. Yeah, they're going to no flag this thing. That's a good call.
Either that or it is against them, and we're going to say they're not going to take it.
That'll bring up fourth down. I think that's what's going to happen. Tigers are going to go back. Let's see what the white cap says, but they're either going to wave it off and bring up fourth down.
He's trying to get over to the sideline.
He's not in a hurry.
That's a legal man downfield against them.
It's declined, so the Tigers will drop back in punt receiving formation.
So it was not an interference call down here at all.
But that's where the flag was thrown in that area. So there must have been a second flag. They waved off this flag, and there must have been a second flag that you and I just didn't see.
Yep.
At any rate.
Or else the lineman way down the field.
It could have been. So the Sandy Creek coaches are out on the field. I don't know if they've called a timeout.
They called a timeout. They want to talk about this. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 60 seconds, 2 spots back to the station. 28-7 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back. 4th down now, and a whole bunch for Sandy Creek. They'll be punting the ball. We've got a man back at about the 24-yard line.
I was just over talking with Kobe Harry, who is out this week in the offensive line. He had some good things to say about what kind of performance they just did on that last series. And I checked my text, and Anthony Robinson had said, You know, Gabe Hubbard's a heck of a wrestler as well, and it got me to thinking, you've got Colby Harry, you've got Gabe Hubbard, you've got Michael Irvin, 3 of the offensive linemen who are on our wrestling team. Just goes to show that if you've got a wrestling program, you need to encourage the football players to get out and wrestle. Number one, it's a heck of a athletic prowess and endurance match, and it will do nothing but help your football skills.
Especially on the line, it's just one-on-one. Moving that man away from you. There's the snap. Steps up, gets the kickoff.
Ooh, that's a flat kick.
Fair catch called for at the 30. And that's where the Tigers will have it, 1st and 10. Quick 30 seconds, back to the station on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as Williams does exactly the way he started. He goes off the left side, picks up about 8 yards, 2nd down.
Excellent carry up to, the Tigers proving it once again. I mean, showing, hey, we're not going to throw the ball just yet. I can only assume that they are going to throw the ball, Jack.
Eventually.
But they may have listened to us again on the radio and decided they want to establish this run game.
And do we have a sideline warning, or what's going on here?
We may have an equipment violation. Looks like he's looking at the Sandy Creek players like something was going on, but they're backing up and calling the play, ready to go.
So here we go. Hudson will stand back there. Turn. Oh, we slipped down in the backfield. We're going to lose a couple on that one. 3rd down and 5 now.
Yeah, he does hand the ball off to Williams, and Williams planted at about the time Kobe Hudson handed him the football as he was going to cut up behind Stephen Messer and Jay Brody Messer and take it right up the gut, and he slipped down on the 34-yard line. As you said, it'll be 3rd down and 6.
We're crossing that backfield, and Kobe's going to keep it. Hits up in the line. He's going to be short of the 1st down. Brings up 4th.
4th down and about 4 as he gets over to the 36. He's got to get out to the 40 as they started this possession from their own 30-yard line. So it looks like the Tigers, the coaches are calling them over. So it looks like they're going to bring in the punting team. The 2nd, maybe the 3rd time we've punted, as Hudson has been doing the punting duties tonight. As I tried to get down on the sidelines, we just couldn't get the mic to work. I was going to find out what was going on with Mark Anthony Dixon, as we've not called his name all night, so he must be on injured reserve this week. But Hudson will stand back on the 25-yard line and take the snap.
Oh. Actually, he's going to run the ball up the field. 1st down. Now he's down the sideline, goes out of bounds, short of the 50, but it was just enough for a 1st down.
Actually, they're going to mark him out at the 42-yard line, but all he had to do is get to the 40. And you're right, Jack. It looked like he had moved up to about the 50. They're going to mark him out to the 42, so it'll be 1st down for the Tigers, and that's another fake punt. I don't think we've really seen a fake punt since the Ridgeland game, our first game of the year, on about the fourth play of the year.
Yep.
Is that we tried a fake punt. Didn't work. This one worked much better.
Tigers break the huddle. They got a fresh set of downs now. Clock continues to tick down. 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the 3rd. If you're just joining us, we had a lightning delay of about an hour to start this ball game. Didn't really get started at about 8:30.
Talking about ball control, Jack, this entire 3rd quarter, that's what the Tigers have done.
Little stutter step at the line. Good job reading your blocks ahead of you. Late flag on that.
We'll have a flag coming from the referee who is way in the back. So he spotted something. It's either a hold or a chop block. Let's see what happens as he turns. And he's going to call a hold on the Tigers on the right side. So that's going to either come from Hunter Bass or Irving or maybe even the center, Jay Brody Messer. But let's see. They don't call numbers out, but it's definitely from the right side. That'll back the Tigers up 10 back to the 32-yard line. That was a pretty good game, too, by Trey Williams that time, as it picked up about 4 tough yards as the Tigers have actually set out this half to do nothing but run the football and establish that run game. And if Holt decides to pass it, he'll pick and choose his time, and hopefully we'll have pay dirt when it happens.
The officials taking their time here before they whistle the play back in. Again, we're here in the third quarter play. Tigers leading 28-7 over Sandy Creek. And a timeout is called on the field. They take a timeout. We'll take them as well. 60 seconds, 2 spots. Back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, it's T.O. Double D, Todd Parrish with Keeler Grange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Lot number 110917. Priceless tax tag and title. See Key of LaGrange for complete details. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Got 2 minutes, 48 seconds left to go here in the third quarter play. 28-7 in favor of your Troup High School Tigers as we're in region play, taking on Sandy Creek. 2 years ago, we mentioned that the Glisten Mission really got kicked off as we defeated them at homecoming in a big come-from-behind win as the handoff goes to this near side. And good job by Sandy Creek to read that one out. Brings up second down and about 24 yards. Tigers have done nothing but run the ball here in the third quarter play. Haven't passed the ball at all. And they've scored a touchdown off it. So a lot of ball control. A lot of good job by the front offensive line moving them. It could be part of, we've got to have a balanced attack. It's been the passing game, over 1,500 yards, probably over 1,600 right now. And it's kind of neat to see this balance beginning as the running game has looked really good. Long snap count. Actually, it's Schweitzer in at quarterback. Handoff on the right side to the 30. And they're going to stop us there. Actually, now they finally whistle it dead. So we got third down. So we've got a few younger Tigers in there on this series with 1:38. Up by 3 touchdowns now, 28-7. Still a lot of time on the clock, though. And Sandy Creek is a team that's averaging over 40 points a game. But right now our defense has had things well in hand in this ballgame. A couple of big plays they've hit on us, a couple of big passing plays, kind of taking advantage of our secondary and not quite as much height as some other folks might have. But now back to the line of scrimmage we come. Kobe's back in now. And Schweitzer's in for just a moment. He'll fake the handoff. Look, throw down the field now. Complete. Short of the first down at the 46.
That might be a horse collar too, Jack.
Now they throw the flag very late.
Wow, that was so late coming back. The horse collar was well after the whistle is blown, and Sandy Creek players were mad, but it was really obvious that everybody in the stands saw it, even Sandy Creek fans, and they're not complaining. They
stood up on this side and we're after it.
If you haven't heard already, if Bremen wins the state title, they'll do it with one loss because they just lost to Callaway 35, I believe, to 27.
Way to go, Callaway.
Or it might have been 37-25. I want to say it's 37-25. But
why not look it up and see?
Yeah, look it up. I want to say it was 12-point victory. But either way, good job by the Callaway Cavaliers.
Good coming back in that ball game, too.
Yeah, they did come back. What a heck of a – I'm sure that was crowded. There's a good crowd down there tonight. And congratulations to Coach Pete Wiggins. And you guys, again, tune us in Monday night at Johnny's to hear all the coaches talk about their games this week.
Handoff in the line going on the right side. And Sandy Creek reads this out pretty well. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Nice stutter step. Tried to get him, tried to create some extra yardage. And I like what I see. And Stephen Mester takes his defensive lineman about 8 yards down.
37-25.
So it is a 12-point victory. So good job, Callaway Cavaliers, in taking down those Bremen, I think, Blue Devils, I believe, from up around Bremen.
those Brementown musicians, they did a good job. Hudson going to pass the ball, airs it out down the field. A lot of pushing and shoving. Falls incomplete. No flag.
Well, I think what you got is a little pushing.
Actually, there is a flag, but it's going to be against us for a holding call back around the 40.
Either that or it'll be an illegal receiver, illegal lineman down the field. I want to say, yeah, that's what's going to happen. So we had Trey Mitchell was our guy that was on a go route that time, just between the numbers and the sidelines. You know, I said earlier that if Coach Holtz decides to throw the ball, he's going to throw it when he feels like that he can maybe hit pay dirt. And he had Mitchell behind him, but Mitchell started pushing in the last second. I think the corner pushed Mitchell, but the ball was overthrown maybe about 4 yards, so neither one could catch it. But I believe Mitchell certainly had the beat on the corner that time, Jack.
12 seconds left to go in the third. Twins to the right side, men wide to the near side. Hudson will call for it. Fakes the handoff. Looking. Airs it out again down the field and overthrows the receiver.
Now we got holding. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, he had Trey Mitchell's jersey held for 10 yards from the 30 down to the 12. Now he's going to get unsportsmanlike because he was cussing the whole way, and he ain't going to throw that flag if all he's doing is just acting like a child without his toy. He had to be throwing some curse words out there for him to be throwing that flag like that. So that'll tack on some more yards, probably put us down inside the 5-yard line, Jack.
With 4 seconds left to go as well. So it's amazing what sometimes an incomplete pass can do. As we get the penalty with the interference and then the unsportsmanlike after that.
Well, they came right back to the same play on a go route between the numbers and the sidelines here on the Troup side. Trey Mitchell had the corner beat last time. He said, give me another shot, Coach, and they went back to the same play. This time the corner, he got behind him. The corner had him. It was obvious to everybody in the stands. Even to him, I don't know why he pitched such a fit like he did, but maybe he won't pitch another one. Maybe there's about 25, 30 push-ups, maybe 50 push-ups on the sidelines, and maybe he won't do that again. But either way, the Tigers stand to benefit from that flag as the ball right now, they're still talking about it. They're moving some things away, but the ball's sitting on the 23-yard line. Let's see if that's where they're going to place it, because that's where the original let me get some clarification, because you had a pass interference and unsportsmanlike.
That came after the play. That was a dead ball foul.
After the play. I thought there'd be some additional yardage, so maybe not. Maybe it was a one or the other take the call, and it'll be moved down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line is where the Tigers have the ball first down with 4 seconds to go until the end of the third quarter.
Again, folks, if you're just getting with us, Tigers leading 28-7, late start because of lightning. But now it's the Tigers that have struck, and you can feel their thunder as they're going down the field, running the ball quite a bit.
And, you know, if we could score right now, the clock would run in the fourth quarter.
There's a snap, the handoff, going down the inside.
Oh!
And just, again, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling down the field. They hit us. We roll off the top of the pile down inside the 15.
That should go as another first down. They're going to mark it at about the 12 and a half, and I think they had to get down to about the 13. And, yes, that will be another first down for the Tigers as they move the ball to the other end of the field at the end of the third quarter.
Battling bands here as we go into the fourth quarter play. The Tigers leading 28-7, but knocking on the door. 2 spots back to the station. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as we're going to the fourth quarter play. Tigers knocking on the door now. 28-7 is your score. Ball resting on about the 12-yard line. Hudson will call for it. Going to pitch it to the left side. Get a little stutter step, fighting inside down to the 5. Should be out down to 10. Going to get to, let's call it the 7. Second down.
Nice kick out block by Luke Purnell as he moves out, slides across the line, and Carlisle is able to turn it up on the inside as Luke Purnell does a nice kick out block.
Here we go. The cheerleaders calling for a TD touchdown. Here we go. Hudson stepping up a little bit closer. Takes a snap.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Ball's on the ground. Picked up. Now fall inside the 10. Down to the 5. Pushing the pile. And they're going to whistle them. Stopped at the 3. So great second effort in the backfield.
You're right. Ball bounced up into Carlisle's hand. It's kind of a tough exchange. Ball bounces up, and Carlisle's able to move it down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. So it'll be third down. We can still get a first down at the 2-yard line, 3rd and 1.
Hudson sets up. He's got Carlisle in the backfield with him. There's a snap, turns, hands the ball off. Carlisle, ball in his block, walks in the end zone, untouched. Touchdown, Tigers!
Carlisle behind Michael Irvin and Stephen Messer, who has a hole that you and I could go through, Jack, scores a touchdown with 10:43 as the fourth quarter really just gets underway. Your score, Tigers 34, Patriots 7, waiting on Martinez's PAT.
So again, steady diet of running, a couple of pass plays, and a big penalty against Sandy Creek drives the Tigers down on this drive. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. Tigers up, having this one very much in control, 35-7 with 10:43 left to go in the fourth quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Hey, it's T.O. Double D, Todd Parrish with Keel LaGrange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KeelLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Stop number 110917. Priceless tax tag and title. See Key of LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football, 35-7 in favor of the good guys, the Troup High School Tigers. As Sandy Creek will once again roll their receiving team back on the field. We'll probably kick it down to about 10. They'll run it up to about the 35, but then it'll be their ball. But maybe not.
You got this figured out, haven't you, Jack?
This what's happened every time.
Congratulations to the Callaway Cavaliers, and thank you, Eckleberry, for listening to us and trying to keep up with what's going on here. And Tigers right now 35-7 over the Patriots.
So there's the kick taken, as I said, around the 10. Up to the 25. Maybe we get in a little bit earlier. Hey, we converge on him, but he finds a way to pop out. But he will not get to the 30 this time. Gets about the 27-yard line. That's where Sandy Creek will have it 1st and 10.
The Tigers take over on defense right now, and what a steady diet, as you said, of nothing but just run the football. And I asked Colby Harry, as he's helping over there with the camera, hey, did you go in at halftime? And he said he didn't, but I believe he did. But anyway, they're doing nothing but just running the football, and the couple of times that we've passed have really been to our advantage.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the Tigers, I know the fans are anxious to see a score, but with 10:35 left, we've got 35 points, and we've been averaging 47 for the season.
Quarterback going to take it, run the ball right up the field. He hasn't done that much tonight. Actually, that's a little bit more of a wildcat. That's number 33 stepping in at the quarterback position.
Khalif Thornton and Jeremiah Holston, along with Carlos Cato, on the tackle for the Tigers.
Once more, they're back to the line of scrimmage. Trips to this near side. Quarterback back in, behind center. Ready for the shotgun snap. Takes it, turns. He's going to hand the ball off into the line. They're going to be short of the first down. Get only about to the 34-yard line.
Look at who's coming off the bottom of the pile. is Andy Boykin, along with Jatavian Smith and Devin Hill, Jeremiah Holston. And I had mentioned Carlos Cato. Really, I wanted to say it was Corey Cato in there helping out. 6 men on the line of scrimmage defensively for the Tigers.
Long snap count, back to pass is the quarterback, Lewis. Lewis throws it down the field, incomplete, overthrows his receiver.
You know, he had the inside advantage on Carlisle as he was on the inside slant. He was wide open as far as the advantage over Carlisle. It was just a bad throw from the quarterback. And that'll bring up 4th down and 6 as Sandy Creek will punt one more time. 9:24 left to go in this contest. Your Tigers on top, 35-7.
You know, Greg, it really is the coach has shown a lot of sportsmanship by just running the ball. They haven't taken the big shots down the field, but you still got to stop us.
That's true. That's true. And, well, you know, I know you and I appreciate it, and I think the fans really appreciate seeing the Tigers moving the football on the ground. I mean, we kind of know what we can do through the air, and it's nice to see that offensive line creating some holes.
Thrash going to take it at the 30, 35, makes a man miss, stiff arms him, and then somebody grabs him by the ankles. We'll get to the 37-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
Good job by Thrash as he stiff arms, but he comes off the field limping. But the kid that he was stiff arming, number 9 for the Patriots, just would not let go of him. So kudos to him. And of course Thrash is limping, so he's going to get some look-see by the trainer as he comes over.
They just grabbed that ankle and twisted it as he's coming down.
As he's coming down, so hopefully nothing major with it, and it's really not even necessary for Thrash to be in the rest of the ball game. But we will see what happens. Try to get your report on the outcome of that.
Here come the Tigers. Hudson calls for it, hands off into the line. They wrangle us down across the 40. Gain of 5 though, 2nd and 5.
A good job again, right off the right side behind Gabe Hubbard and Stephen Messer, as Trey Williams will take that football and just move it right up the field to as you said, to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and about 6 for the Tigers as the clock continues to run inside of 9 minutes at the 8:50 mark.
Hudson stands in there, waits for the shotgun snap, takes it. And
ball's on the ground.
Ball's on the ground. Good job of seeing it there. We get on it and lose a couple of yards on it.
I was keying in on that time on both Hudson and Williams. Hudson is very rarely does he get just kind of complacent. He just kind of lethargically hands it to Williams, and Williams is kind of looking to where he's supposed to go, which is what he should do. The ball was kind of put on his hip and not really in his gut. I'm sure Holt will bring that to Hudson's attention, because even with a 4-touchdown lead, you don't want to get complacent and kind of lackadaisical in your execution.
Hudson calls for it, turns, he fakes the handoff, throws it across the middle, and it's going to throw behind his receiver, falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And pass intended for Trey Mitchell as he's coming across the 45-yard line of Sandy Creek, and
illegal man down.
Is that what it is? He tried to jump up for the football, and it felt like that the corner had kind of was holding him down, and but that is going to be negated because we had an illegal man downfield, which will bring up, as you said, 4th down and 10. So Hudson will go back to take the punt, or take the snap and punt it. He'll stand on the 24-yard line of Troup. He'll punt it. Hopefully he'll get a good punt off. So far all his punts has been so-so. Oh, bad snap.
Picks it up. He gets a kick.
Oh,
out.
Nice.
Gets one of the best kicks off he's had all game.
Run ball. Roll.
Takes a true bounce to the 30.
Oh!
Whoa, we should have hit it. Hey, well, I pulled a little one of those
North Texas
plays. Yep. As the ball just rolled down, he picks it up. I thought I heard a whistle.
I did too, and you got the side. We got some fighting going on.
Get out of there, guys. Get out of there. We need you for next week.
That's right, and I think that's what's happening.
Do not come off the field, guys. Get on the field. Coach's staff says get on the field.
Hudson dragging a couple of players over. So good job. Maybe nothing will come of that.
I think they're going to put the ball back here. The whistle was blown, Greg, back at about the 24, 25-yard line.
Well, there's 3 referees, officials over on the 49-yard line hanging out. There's no love loss between the Tigers and the Patriots, especially we come in here 2 years ago and beat them for homecoming when we weren't supposed to beat them, 28-20. Last year at the Callaway Stadium, we hung 71 on them. So it's something that the Sandy Creek Patriots and their fans remember. So there's a little anger, a little animosity there on the sidelines. And especially, I don't think that was a trick play. I think the kid just picked the football up and didn't realize what had happened, and he said, "Oh, I can run the football." I don't think.
I think he watched the film on YouTube and said, "I could try this." But the referee is standing there
at the 27-yard line, and then we've got a referee standing at about the 49. So we got a conference conference call, if you will, a meeting of the zebras on the 46-yard line, trying to sort this thing out. But
well, actually,
I'm like you, I thought I heard a whistle blow.
It's actually just it's everybody's bedtime, Greg.
Everybody's tired.
Yep.
They should be at home playing video games.
I do want to mention this, Greg, on a serious note while we have this little moment. Philip McClung, he's the youth pastor, children's pastor over at Rosemont Baptist Church. His father, Louis McClung, passed away from an extended illness. They're just salt-of-the-earth people, wonderful folks. Incredible band supporters. All the kids have kind of gone through the program. They're there here on every Friday night, but their family, of course, rallying together after the passing of Louis. Just want to send our love to that family, just great folks, and our best wishes are to you.
I was telling the folks at breakfast this morning, Joel Forbes and Jim McWaters, Tony Walls, that Philip sung at Amy and I's wedding, and back a long time ago, so many years I can't count, but what a great voice, him and Lynn Cleveland. Super folks, the McClungs, just avid supporters, like you said, of the Troup High School and the band. So
they're starting to break up the huddle out there.
If we could read lips, we might could see.
I don't think we want to read what some of the kids on the far side are saying.
No.
They're a little upset. The officials, actually, I think this is their fantasy football draft.
But we can say, though, that officially, and we just got through counting them, not really, looks like there's more Troup fans now than there are Sandy Creek fans. And so we're proud of that we've sent home the homecoming crowd a little early. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left, and they're still having a conference
what worries
at the 45-yard line.
What worries me at a time like this is when they start talking about, do we throw some kids out? I'm hoping it's just some sportsmanlike, some anger there. Get the ball back down where it's supposed to be.
Well, they're saying it's against the Tigers, so let's see. I don't know why they I couldn't catch the call, but he called it and pointed to the Tigers.
So where would the ball be? That's the next question. We got two spots.
You know, I'm not so sure they're going to. No,
I don't think. Are they ringing up anybody?
They're calling the defense out, but looks like the Tigers are going to take a timeout for sure.
Timeout for Troup as the coach wants to know what's going on.
All right.
So let's see what it takes 60 seconds while we're trying to figure this out. Listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back. As it's going to be Sandy Creek ball, just where it's going to be is the question. And no, actually, we're going to punt the ball again.
I was going to say, I believe they're going to punt the ball over.
We'll just reset the whole thing.
So even the officials get one for, you know what, guys, this is confusing. Let's just do this thing again.
So no harm, no foul. Nobody's out of the ball game. Coach Glisson brought the entire team over to talk to him about this. So here we go. Snap, good snap this time. Kobe gets up, kicks the ball, takes a big Tiger bounce, and it's going to roll down to about the 30-yard line, about where it was the first time.
Yep.
And now Sandy Creek will have the ball there. You know, Greg, we mentioned just a minute ago, they called the timeout. Coach Glisson brought the entire team over about the 50-yard line and just laid it down to them. So, guys, we got a long run here to go. We want to continue to play out the season. We have expectations in the postseason, and we don't need anybody to get thrown out of a ball game. We need you to keep your heads about you, play smart.
That's exactly what he said in so many words. He wasn't getting frustrated with the players. He was just letting them know. And I could see from here that he said, hey, if you don't walk away, the officials will make sure you do, and you don't want that. So here we go.
Sandy Creek is going to pass the ball on first down. Across the middle, they'll get to the 35-yard line. Gain of 5, second and 5.
Nice execution on a bubble screen from their. They pitch it out toward the Sandy Creek sideline. Good job by the Tigers interior lineman there, Jeremiah Holston, along with Joko Willis. Actually, Kevin Martin makes the tackle after a gain of, they say 5, but it looks like it's more like 4.5. The ball just over the 35-yard line. Clock's running with 7 minutes to go in this football game. Your Tigers up 35-7.
There's the snap, handoff into the line. Actually, the quarterback's going to keep it, throw it across the middle of the field. It's going to be caught strictly down the sideline. Sandy Creek's going to score on this one. So into the end zone they go with 6 minutes and 51 left to go in this contest.
Nice little slant pattern, and Kevin Martin, he got behind Martin, and they just could not catch him once the speedster got the football and took off down the sideline. I was actually looking for flags, no flags, so a good executed touchdown at the 6:51 mark for the Sandy Creek Patriots. 35-13. It looks like they've got a couple of guys. They hadn't scored so long, they forgot they were supposed to come out here for the PAT. They're going to set up in what you and I would traditionally call the polecat.
Swinging the gate over there.
They shift about 8 of the offensive line across.
Now they're going to run the option back to this near side. And we're going to hit him and tackle him, and they're not going to get the 2-point conversion. Blow the whistle before somebody gets hurt. My goodness gracious.
Now, they blew the whistle, but the Tigers were adamant that he was going to go down. So, other than some hurt feelings, it's still 35-13, 6:51 to go into this contest.
Let's take 60 seconds back to the station. Listen to Troup Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is a place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, inside the Piggly Wiggly at Lee's Crossing, and in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. We have your flu shot ready, so come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back as the Tigers will get the ball after Sandy Creek has scored. And we're going to return it up to the 35-40 and about the 40-yard line.
Looks like we might have had an incidental face mask, but because the flag came from way back here, but that's what I saw. And they're going to call it against Sandy Creek, so let's see what he does. They may tack on some extra yardage to that as the flag was thrown and laid down on the 39-yard line. Oh, no, it's going to be against Troup. They're going to mark it backwards, so maybe they're blocking it back, but it looked like one of our guys had an incidental face mask, but it'd be a 10-yard penalty back to the 29-yard line. So good return by the Tigers, though. 6:42 left to go. The Tigers just want to run this out if we can. Always helps when you get a when you get a hold, it kind of helps open up some spots. And if you don't get caught, it really makes you look good. But I guess the Tigers got caught that time.
So here we go. Hudson will stand in there. High snap. Hand it off. And they're going to hit us at about the 30. Get about a yard out of that one, 2nd and 9.
He kind of hit a brick wall, Trey Williams did, as he took the handoff from Hudson. You know, Tigers really making no effort to throw the football a lot in the second half. I think maybe we've only thrown the ball twice, and that was on
I think 4 times.
4 times. And really everything else has been run, and it's really worked well for the Tigers.
Tigers taking their time getting back to the line of scrimmage, running all that time off the clock if they can. Once again, we hand the ball off, and they're kind of collapsing down on us.
So Trey Williams will take it up to the 31-yard line. Yeah, that's going to gain a couple. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. The clock's running inside 6 minutes, down to 5:50. Your Tigers up 35-13. Thank you for hanging out with us this late at night. We're normally done by now, but we had a 45-minute lightning delay before this game could get started.
Here we go. Pass the ball. He's got a man open. It's going to fall incomplete. Just couldn't get back to the inside. Had double coverage.
It was a seam route, so Joko Willis was going down the seams, down the hash marks. He got about the 40-yard line, and he really got through. He finally fought his way through the free safeties and the strong safety, but the ball was more toward the center of the field, and Joko just couldn't get over there to it. Had it been on the line, that would have been a 6-point play for the Tigers. As it stands, the Tigers will punt as Hudson will do the punting duties. He'll stand back on the 18-yard line for the Tigers.
Snap, a little bit low. Hudson takes his time. Line drive kick. Hits down, takes a Tiger bounce. They're going to pick it up at the 32-yard line, and they're going to get all the way up to the 38, and that's where Sandy Creek will have it 1st and 10.
Kind of gutsy, Jack, as the ball's rolling and 3 Tigers are right there on him. And you know, you never get a true bounce with a football because it's odd-shaped. He picks it up anyway. Gutsy pickup by the Patriots. He's able to pick up maybe 3 yards on the return. They've got the ball at the 39-yard line, their own 39, with 5 minutes and 20 seconds until the end of this game. Your Tigers 35. The homecoming crowd, Patriots 13.
They break the huddle, come back to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped, as Greg mentioned, at 5:20. 35-13 in favor of the Tigers right now. We walk right up on this wide receiver on this near side. A little intimidation there. And the pocket collapses on the quarterback, and he's going to go down back at about the 32-yard line. Get on back over here, guys, because that's going to make somebody mad.
Kevin Martin and Nick Ligon just picked him up and slammed him down. I want to say it was Kevin Martin. It may have been Nick Ligon coming in from his free safety position, as I don't see Martin on the field right now. So that was like Nick Ligon really just picked him up and threw him down, and Sandy Creek coaches got a little something to say, but not too much. As the Tigers
got a penalty somewhere here, I think.
Maybe it is personal foul. They're going to mark it off from the 34-yard line all the way out to the.
They'll call it rough in the passer. Do we slam him down too hard?
Out to the 48-yard line. So that'll be what it is.
So it's automatic first down because he didn't get the first down.
He didn't get any style points for that tackle.
Actually, well, now they've pushed up the chains. We got to reset the chains here because
it's going in the wrong direction. They got to change. They got to move it.
I don't get this at all. But 1st down and 1. I don't know how you get 1st down and 1. They call for it. They're after the quarterback again. He's going to step up, and it's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 1.
So we'll have Montavious Hall coming in and helping out for Tigers. We'll have, I want to say, Cody Fraley coming in for on defense for the Tigers. And he'll subs for Andy Boykin.
Here they come, snap. Quarterback back to pass, throws it, and complete at about the 46-yard line. So that'll be a first down for Sandy Creek.
Actually, be Royce White as he and Josh Boehm changed numbers. Royce was coming in subbing for, and Royce is just a sophomore, and he's got a lot to learn, but man, is he a big kid. And he's getting some good playing time in with the other starters. He's next to Khalif Thornton now.
So fresh set of downs for Sandy Creek late in this ball game. Pass across the middle, short of the first down, but a good tackle there. An official knocked over.
I think he's going to be okay as he gets up and.
Nice screen. The Sandy Creek player used the back judge as a screen there.
He's not even limping, so good job. So 2nd and 1 for Sandy Creek from the Tigers' 37-yard line.
Again, passing down the field. Way overthrows his intended receiver into the end zone. Stops the clock with 4:11.
Trey Mitchell had just as much chance of catching that football for the Tigers as anybody, as he and Jace Godwin was back on the coverage. Actually, that was Mandarius Dix. It's kind of hard to see these numbers on these Adidas jerseys. Gold numbers with slight navy outline on a white shirt. Makes it a little challenging, even with an old guy like me in binoculars.
Once again, here comes Sandy Creek trying to make something happen late in this ball game for him.
Oh, nice job.
So handoff, and again, gang tackling by the Tigers. And I think that we mentioned the aggressiveness. That's been a big difference in this Tiger defense tonight. It's been gang tackling all night long.
I tell you, Devin Hill just busted through the line of scrimmage and caught the guy in the backfield. He, along with Jeremiah Holston, Khalif Thornton, man, just really looked good for the Tigers. That'll be 4th down and 6 for the Patriots. 3:40 remaining in this game. Your Tigers up 35-13. Good region victory, 2nd in a row for the Tigers.
Sandy Creek rolls some guys in from the far side. They'll make it trips to this near side. And Troup's going to call a timeout with 3:23 left to go. 35-13, 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Tigers leading 35-13 right now with 3:23 left to go in this contest. Timeout by the Tigers, and now the guys are coming back out on the field now.
I spotted a Krispy Kreme donut truck today, Jack, in LaGrange. It was unoccupied, and I was so tempted to hijack it, but I couldn't get anybody to take it with me.
So you just took a picture while you're driving?
And I'm looking at it now, and I'm just getting so hungry for some Krispy Kreme donuts.
I think there's a Dunkin' Donuts on the way, but I think it'll be closed by the time we go by.
But it ain't Krispy Kreme.
No. I think that needs to be our next big campaign, Greg, getting another donut shop in LaGrange, Georgia.
As long as it's Krispy Kreme.
Actually, I forgot we do have a Dunkin' Donuts at LaGrange out of Great Wolf now.
4th and 6
Back to pass. Oh, they're coming after him. He's just going to sling it out there. It's going to fall incomplete. Bless his heart. Quarterback did all he could in that play.
Kevin Martin was coming on a blitz, and I think by the time the quarterback grabbed the ball into the shotgun position, Kevin was whipping out his pistols, coming out through that line, baby. He had it. He was bearing down on him, and he underthrew the receiver, 10 yards, Jack? Just, you like that?
No, I don't like that.
Oh, well, we talking about shotguns. Why can't I say something about pistols?
Pistol set, yeah.
The pistol set. That's what it was. He had his pistols set. So the Tigers come in, take over with three.
That's Greg Hicks, care of Mud Creek Graphics. As we're going to hand the ball off, just trying to run some time off the clock. But good job finding up the field across to the 45-yard line. Clock ticks down, 3:10 left to go, 35-13.
Tough running by Trey Williams off to the right side behind. I want to say I'm trying to get some jerseys in here. Let's see, Stephen Messer and Hunter Bass, I believe. Might be get some reserve guys coming in here now playing an offensive line. Tyler Kitchens is in the game now. He's a right tackle.
Tyler's been in the past couple of series. Hand off again. We'll get near the 50, probably about the 47-yard line.
That'll pick up another 3.5 yards. As a timeout's taken by Sandy Creek.
Wow. 35-13. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and take another 60-second spot back to our friends at the station. Let you hear from some more of our fine sponsors as you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tigers now looking at a fourth down. They're going to have to punt the ball away. Clock continues to tick. 2:07 left to go this contest. 35-13. Will more than likely be your final. We may actually take a delay here, Greg.
Well, and they could. Why not? And we don't have a play clock here, so we have no clue how many seconds are left until they will call a delay a game. But at that time, we had, like you said, a couple of subs in and just couldn't. Of course, Sandy Creek is blitzing us crazy, trying to create fumbles and anything they do to get the football back. But we couldn't. We really got back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll be a delay of game at the 1:35 mark. That'll bring the Tigers on the field. That'll move the ball back from the 45 back to the 40 is where the Tigers will kick the football from that line of scrimmage, 40-yard line. 35-13, as Jack just said.
Sandy Creek will have one more series left.
4th down and 12. Hudson will stand on the 26-yard line to receive the snap.
Good snap. Steps up, gets the ball off. Rolls, picked up at the 20. We hit him. He breaks free. He's going to go down at the 20. That wasn't a flag. That was a marker, surely.
No, it's actually a flag, and I'm wondering why he was throwing it so late. He's going to look at Joko Willis, and Joko was coming down with his hands, grabbed the guy, couldn't hold on to him, and then he throws a flag, and you can see Jarrell Smith walking away like, really? So I think they're probably going to call it incidental face mask or incidental collar. Incidental. Yeah.
Let's watch in the back of the official.
There's probably no thing as incidental horse collar, huh? Okay, face mask. I didn't see it. Joko's wondering what? Coach Gliston's saying, really? Okay. Minute 26 left to go in this game. You're in and out with us on the score. 35-13. Good news from Troup County. Callaway Cavaliers 37. Bremen Blue Devils 25. 12-point victory. Congratulations to Coach Wiggins, his staff, and all the players and all the fans there.
Defeating the number 4 team in the state.
Tell you what, Heard County didn't have a game tonight, so they were down scouting. Heard County's got some challenges this year, but maybe they've learned some things about Bremen that they're going to have to play them in Bremen, so they're going to have to do a well of a job to go to Bremen and beat Bremen in Bremen.
They're going to pass the ball over the far side, complete. We're going to get them. Don't knock them out of bounds, guys. Come on.
Well, he actually stepped out of bounds. He was going to stay in bounds, and when he saw Carlisle and Jeremiah Holston zooming in on him, along with Nick Ligon, he decided to dance out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 1:21.
They make their way back up the line of scrimmage. Second down at about 3.
And, guys, I would love to get you a sideline interview with Coach Glisson, but with all this aluminum we're around, there's just the signals are terrible up here. I can't get out on the sidelines.
But they can come down to Johnny's Pizza on Monday night. Complete pass. Going to be tackled at around the 40-yard line. They'll say he stepped out of bounds. They'll stop the clock with a minute 11 to go. From 7 o'clock until 9 o'clock, we'll be talking football. LaGrange College at 7 o'clock. Callaway High at 7:30. Troup High School at 8 o'clock and LaGrange High at 8:30. So come on out there, enjoy the pizza, enjoy the camaraderie, enjoy the fun as we talk about high school and college football out there.
I think the announcer just had to holler Creek just to give the Troup fans something to boo about, because they've looked hard and long tonight to shout the word Creek.
Back to pass again.
Oh,
they hit him just as he lets go. Falls incomplete. And bless his heart, he's taking a licking, but he keeps on ticking tonight.
That was Corey Cato coming in. He really did the waylay on him. So Josh Boehm's getting some playing time along with Royce White, Monte Hall.
He's going to try to make a deal on this next play.
Zy Varner's in the game now.
Trips to the far side. Lewis stands in there. Tries to draw the Tigers off. Now takes the snap. Turns. Little screen pass. Almost picked off by the Tigers. He'll go and pick up a first down on the far side. He gets really to the 50.
I'm sorry. Varner had that play read so wonderfully. He was out in the slot, and he almost picked that thing off between the quarterback and the back, the tailback, as a little swing out pass. And man, if he had picked it off at about the 34-yard line, he could have walked in.
You got to give him a hand there with the announcer this late in the ball game.
He's still
trying to
awake.
get the fans going.
Yeah.
Twins to this near side. Here comes the snap. Quarterback looking. Pressure from the backside as he releases it. Caught, and he's going to score. 5 touchdown, Sandy Creek. With 48 seconds, they put 6 more up on the board.
Well, what that'll do is that'll cover the point spread. I'm just joking, guys. 49 seconds to go in this ball game. 35-19. The Tigers lead by 16 points. 48 seconds. There's some lights out. So good job, Creek, for scoring that touchdown.
Going for the 2-point conversion. Finding to go to the end zone, and he does. He hits the pylon on the near side. So a 2-point conversion there.
Nick Ligon gets up and tackles him as he's going in the end zone. I think the guy felt like none of the Tigers were going to give him any effort, but Nick Ligon said, no.
Well, it makes this game seem a lot closer than it has been. 35-21 your score right now. It has not been that close here in the second half.
No, you're right.
You got to give Sandy Creek credit for not giving up in this ball game. I would tell you what, the way they're playing, I wouldn't put it past a onside kick in this next kickoff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I would. I mean, why would you not? You're down by 2 touchdowns. 35-21. 14-point deficit with 48 seconds left. Tigers, I know they're going to put some good hands up here.
In fact, they're walking almost everybody up front.
Yeah.
We'll have one guy way back for the Tigers.
Now, Trey Mitchell, as earlier I mentioned that Jamari Thrash had come out with a little limp. I do not see him in the ball game. I'm looking for him on the sidelines.
He's walking around, but he's not going back in tonight.
Okay, good.
Really no reason to.
No, So, yeah, they're
setting up for an onside kick.
I don't see any big guys up here, so that means there's no linemen or anything like that up here.
Hey, you're saying linemen don't have good hands?
I'm saying that most of the big guys don't have as good a hands as some of the skill players. That was a good political answer, huh?
Yes, it was. Very nice, very nice. Good job, Judge.
And all the political stuff that's going on, I got to be real careful. I might be elected or nominated for the Supreme Court one day.
You never know. There's the kick. It goes to 10 yards. And I think they're going to say they were offsides. Yep. They'll have to back them up 5 to try it again.
Joko Willis had actually came up with that ball. Actually,
he was going to run it all the way in.
He was. It was one of those that you hit it top of the football. The kicker kicks it kind of on the top of the stripe, of the top stripe of the football, and it just bounces. And it first bounces really high. And if he does his job, it gives the kickoff unit chance to come down and cover real quick. You only got to go 10 yards. The ball has to cover 10-plus yards. What happened? Some of the Creek guys decided they wanted to try to get down there a little quicker and was called for offside. So that'll back the ball up to the 35. Still only has to go 10 yards. It does not have to go 15. Still only 10. So what's happening here? They're moving them over?
I don't know.
I think there's a timeout called by the Creek. What's going on here?
You've got to go over there. You've got to stand on that side. I don't know. Too many men on this side of the ball. I
didn't know that was an issue.
Actually, they're exchanging.
Oh, no. Number 11 has to go out of the ball game for something.
They've been watching the equipment on these teams.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. He told him to get out. And
you can't play.
I'm guessing maybe Coach Glisson might have helped draw that to his attention.
You think?
He was sitting right there in his ear.
There's the kick. Goes to 10 yards. Picked up, and we fall down on it at the 50.
Joko Willis. Great hands for Joko Willis. He'll pick the ball up. And the clock, actually, there.
2 plays. We'll snap it once. We'll have to snap it one more time.
Coach Hope's bringing Coach Manning and Brewer and all the offensive guys together. There on the 45-yard line. Said, let's. We practice this victory formation. Let's do it. Hunter Bass, you got to give kudos to Hunter Bass as he's limping out there again at right guard. And you're right, they're going into a victory formation.
But we don't usually get under center, so it's still going to be a shotgun snap. I actually lined up to punt the ball, almost looks like. Kobe stands there, takes the knee. 39 seconds, and they'll snap it one more time after the play clock goes all the way down as far as it can.
Tigers are out of timeout. Sandy Creek still has 1 timeout remaining, but they'll take about a 14-yard loss on that play. That'll move the ball back to the 38-yard line. 19, 18, 17 seconds left to go in this ball game. And they'll probably take a delay of game, as you said. And
actually, the officials seem to say that's it.
That's it. Ball game.
They haven't whistled the play in, so they're just going to let it run down. So after lightning keeps us from starting this game until 8:30, the Tigers have sparked a win, 35-21. Let's take one break. Back to the station. When we come back, we'll wrap things up from Tyrone, Georgia. Listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night, from 5 to close, is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursdays, all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brundrick stew, is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use a convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at